What's up, people? Welcome. Get in here. Only thing I can do is cross my fingers and hope that that all my notifications go out as normal. I really hope so, because I'm about to drop some gems on you guys for real. Some gems that will change your life forever. It's going to change your life forever. And with each passing day, the day I started becoming debt free 6, 7 years ago, man, I was prepared for what is happening today for 100% sure. You guys, the majority of you guys don't really understand what's really happening here. You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize I've been thinking way too small, way too small, way too small. This is what I know is it's just, I don't know. You can't even put a number on it. What's up, Quentin? You can't put a monetary value on what I know today. I cannot put a dollar amount on it. It's infinite. It has no end. And it's what's up, Ill Wills? I want you guys to understand how big this is. This is bigger than it's so big it would blow your mind how big this is if you pay attention to it. I can't even explain it, but I know for a fact I was prepared for this. I couldn't even imagine what it would feel like if I was deep in debt during these times. You guys have no idea how scary that is. That's got to be fear to the 10th power, having people just running strictly on fear. And what people don't realize, when you're running in fear, if this is you and you're running in fear right now, you're exactly where they want you. That's exactly where your place is going to be. And that's the best way I can explain it to you. If you get caught up in that fear and you think fear is that's the only thing to be caught up in right now, you're wrong. I'm telling you, you're wrong. Don't do that. Fear will blind you from what's really going on. It's just it's like this. What I know is so big and beyond belief, and that's not even bragging or anything. I'm just telling you what is. That is my problem has been this. I've been playing it too small, but I had to figure out how to make it very simple for people to understand. For some people, the people that are walking around right now and know something's wrong, they got caught up in 2008, right? Now all of a sudden they got out of it. Now they're good. Now here's 2020 and they're caught up in again, but it's like 10 times worse than 2008. That's nothing. 2008 was nothing compared to this. This is not going to be over for at least a year minimum. You guys don't even know. I mean, it's like this. This is how I know I was prepared for this. When I quit, my last job was with Alaska Airlines in Seattle, Washington. Okay. Alaska Airlines in Seattle, Washington. That was my last job. When something told me up and said, "Hey, it's time to go now." Got up from my cubicle, looked out the window, and something told me it's time to go right now. And I left because I was debt free. I put myself in that position, or that's the way I was guided. Uh, Emirates or something like airline just closed down, and they were one of the bigger ones. Alaska Airlines is not that small. I don't know. I mean, I'm just telling you what I see on the outside looking in right now. I see them going bye-bye. If a bigger airline than them closed down, hey, a lot of people are about to go bye-bye right now. Straight up. I'm here for the people that don't ever want this to happen to them again. I'm here for you. If you got caught up in 2008 And now you're caught up again and you cannot figure out why something's wrong. Nobody could tell you in 10, 11 years since the last one. I'm here for you. I'm gonna drop some gems on you guys so you guys can understand. This is how I gotta simplify something so big and beyond belief. I gotta simplify it like this. Okay, let me give you an example. Interest rates have dropped on loans, period. Okay. Interest rates have dropped. So a lot of people are asking this question: should I refinance my car? Now I'm gonna do this for you in two easy steps so you can answer this question logically without fear. First, go value your car. See what the value of your car is today. Okay. Go look it up on Kelly Blue Book, KBB.com, Carfax.com. Put in your make, model, mileage, all the details needed. And I want you to see how much your car is worth right now, today. And it's dropping by the minute. I want you guys to understand this. This whole economy is tanking. So the value of your car is dropping by the minute. But then I want you to go see this. I want you to log onto your current your current car loan information, call your bank, log into your online profile, whatever. And I want you to go see how much you owe on that car today. I want you to go see how much you owe. That's what I want you to do. Then I want you to take the value minus what you have left on the balance. The value minus what you have left. And then see how much that is. Whatever that negative number is, that's what you're going to be refinancing right there. That number right there in the negative. I know it doesn't make sense, right? Right. It doesn't make sense to finance a negative number ever. You see how I did that in two easy steps? You're at home. You ain't got nothing else to do. You can't go anywhere. Everybody's quarantined. Just take a minute. Go to kbb.com, and throw in the value and see what the value of your car is, and then log into your account, see how much you got owed left. And then I want you to go to value minus your remaining balance, and that'll give you a number. Whatever that number is, that is what you will be refinancing. Now, this is going to be the hard part. Believing it. This is why it's big. This is why what I'm showing you, you're going to look at this number, you're going to be like, it's going to be undeniable, but you're going to have trouble believing it. I promise you. Don't worry about that. That's normal. That's normal because you've been conditioned to think that way. But you're going to be like, how come I don't believe my own mathematics? That's going to be the hard part. This is why it's bigger than what I've been even showing you guys. See how I did something so simple, yet millions don't see it that obvious. How do I know it's not obvious to millions of people? Trillions of dollars in car loan debt tells me it's true, that it's not obvious. What I just told you. Notice how everything I'm saying is exactly true. See what I'm saying? That's why it's bigger than you or me. It's bigger than me. I'm going to drop one more gem on you so you can get it. And this is all I want you to do. You're at home. Okay. You're not going anywhere. This is what I want you to do. I want you to total up your total debt. I want you to go and get on Credit Karma, get on creditkarma.com, Experian.com, whatever. It's right at the top. You don't even have to look for anything. As soon as you log in, you'll see your total debt. Okay. You'll see it right there. You don't have to add up anything. Don't worry about going through it, seeing what you like, what you don't like. Don't do any of that. Just look at the top number. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to add up all your savings like cash money that you have that you can just go to the bank, get it out without signing any papers, that kind of money. Your savings minus your total debt that you just got equals how much money you have in real life. Okay. Those of you that are thinking, you're thinking that you're losing your retirement, like you're looking at the stock market go down, you're like, oh my God, my money's leaving. It's disappearing. This is what I want you to do. I want you to do the same thing. Log into your Credit Karma, get your total debt. And then I want you to go savings minus debt equals how much money you have to contribute to your retirement all those years. Let's say it a little bit slower because I want to make sure everybody understands this. Add up all your savings, the cash money that you can just go to the bank and get out, minus your total debt that you just found out on Credit Karma, Experian.com. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have or had to contribute towards retirement all those years. Now, you're going to have a little trouble here because you're going to think to yourself, how can I contribute negative dollars to my retirement all those years? You can't. That's mathematically impossible. So now you're probably thinking now, well, I still see money in there. If your finances are in a negative and you believe you gave them physical money to put into your retirement, where do you think that money came from? According to math says you had to borrow it. You had to. You had to borrow it because your finances are in a negative. You have no money to contribute to anything outside of you. Now you're probably going to have a lot of trouble. If I had to borrow the money, whose money is that in the 401k? Not yours. Who else's could it be? Whoever you borrowed it from. Now you're probably thinking, oh my God, if that's true, now you got to just look at the amount of Americans that are in debt. 85% of Americans are in debt. What if, let's just say 50% of those people are investing in the stock market with money that doesn't even exist, doesn't even exist. It's not even their money. You're gonna have trouble comprehending this. Okay. That's why I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. See the gems I'm dropping? It's so simple, but it's bigger than life. How do I know this? Trillions of dollars in student loan debt tells me so. That is not so obvious. And honestly, you guys, you know why I know I'm going too small? Because I'm getting bored of doing this same old repetitive stuff. I'm getting tired of it. I'm thinking too small. I don't want to, I'm not here to convince anybody. I know I'm right. And that's what I feel like. Sometimes I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to convince people. No, no. If you're coming over my channel and you think I'm trying to convince you, you're on the wrong channel. Everything I say is 100% right. Everything. And I can prove it. You people with pensions, I don't know how you're going to do it, but if your ship sinks, so does your pension. When I think about pensions and 401ks, I can't believe I have no idea how they convinced me that that was retirement when it can be all taken away in a month of the whole United States panicking. So now my retirement just vanishes like that, but I've been saving for the last 30, 35 years. I have no idea how I didn't see that in a million years. It's obvious. It's obvious to me today. Trillions of dollars in pensions and millions in 401ks tells me it's not so obvious. The crazy thing is this, man. You see people going through life like they don't even like this is a joke. Filling up the beaches, doing things like it's like just like that movie, The Titanic, when the band is still playing as the Titanic is sinking. It's just like that. People really believe it's going to be over in a few months. Oh, we're postponing school till May. Really? That's not true. That's not even close. Even if we had the cure for coronavirus today, that still wouldn't be true. So you gonna say a date before it's even true? That doesn't make sense. They got to keep playing the music. They got to keep playing the music. People will panic. So this is what they do, man. And I want you to understand when I say they, I'm trying to be part of they. I want you guys to understand one thing. I am trying my best to be part of they. Okay, because nobody in debt knows who they are. It's mathematically impossible for you to ever know who they are if you're in debt. Doesn't worry, it doesn't matter if it makes sense to you. All you need to understand is, does the math make sense to what I'm saying? If the math makes sense, I'm right. I'm getting tired of explaining this, man. And I know I'm getting frustrated because I know I'm thinking too small. I know I am. I know I'm here just to wake up the people that realize something is just wrong. They've been walking around in the credit matrix, the debt matrix, and saying, man, I know I'm following these rules, but something's not going right. I know. I know. Crazy, man. I'm thinking way too small. I'm tired of explaining this. I'm tired of explaining. It's so obvious. I mean, you see these people again. You see them on the news, on Facebook. Oh my God, my 401k is this. My 401k is that. If you ask that same person, how much debt are you in right now? Do you know? And they have no answer. They really believe they don't. Oh, check this out. They don't even know how much debt they're in. Yet they're worried about the loss of their 401k. They don't even know they never had any money to put in their 401k in the first place. This is why it's bigger than me and you. This is huge, man. You guys don't even know what it feels like to carry such information, and I know it's only made for a few. I get it. I totally get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to be part of they follow the rules. You'll see it all. Rule number one: get out of debt. If you don't get out of debt, you're not seeing anything. Now I know people saying, "Oh my God, how am I gonna get out of debt right now?" This is what you don't see. Right now is a get out of debt free card. You don't even have to pay your own debt off right now. You just can't be caught up in fear. You can do it absolutely legally too. No cheating the system, no lying, no doing anything. You can get out of debt for free right now. You guys don't even like this was a lot of people have been asking me to change, and I get it. Some people, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good thing that I know which people to listen to adjust my channel with, but everybody you can't listen to because they're in debt. You guys have no idea how many people are going to fall off of YouTube. All these financial rich people. Listen, this is all I'm going to do. At first, I was going to change my game up, but you know what? All I got to do is wait another month. All those people are going to vanish. Watch how many financial channels vanish. How do I know this? Because they're in debt. You can't hide from this. This is huge. You guys are going to find out who's been skinny dipping in this financial world because they're going to be naked. They're about to be stripped. They're about to be financially raped. Sounds horrible, huh? That's how bad this is right now. If you're in debt and combined with fear, ooh, you are in trouble. You're in trouble. You know what, Dave? And you're right, Dave. Sincere, you're right. I'm not dumbing down my stuff anymore. I'm not doing any of that because you guess what? Whenever all the people, all the fakers are stripped away, you're gonna see, man. You're gonna come back to this channel, and then you're gonna hear everything I'm saying. It's so crazy. Here's another gem for only some of you will hear. If you get the fear out of your brain right now, since the lower interest rates on how you can refinance your house right now, refinance your house and pay off your student loans. You pay off your student loans. When things get worse, because they're going to get worse. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose your house that you thought you owned, but it's a mortgage. Don't worry about that. You're going to lose everything, everything. But if you refinance your house and pay off your student loans right now, if you lose everything, guess what else you lose? Your student loans. Your student loans are gone too. But if you get caught up thinking that a house is yours while you have a 30-year mortgage, you're going to lose. You're going to go down with the Titanic. I promise you. I'm not going to say that one again. That one's a eye opener. You can see everything right now. Refinance your house, pay off it's not even your house. Don't worry about it. Refinance your house, pay off the student loans, and then you're free. Your get out of debt free card. You get one this century. Well, I can file bankruptcy every 7 years. That's not, and if you say something like that, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that can hear me. I'm not explaining this anymore. You can be free. If I knew this back in 2008, oh my God, oh man, this makes me so angry. That was my get out of debt free card right there at that moment, right there. I had a house then too. I could have refinanced my house, paid off my student loans, and then when 2008 went to hell and I lost everything, everything would have been gone. Everything. Legally. No scamming, none of that. Because I want you guys to listen to me closely when I say this. Whoever they are, I'm still not there yet. Whoever they are built the system. Why am I going to cheat the very thing I'm trying to become? That's the dumbest thing ever. Why am I going to cheat? They built the system. Whatever the system is, they built it. Now I'm going to cheat it on my way to they. That doesn't make any sense. How are you going to break the rules they create? They don't really even have a name. The rich, the wealthy, those are just names that people recognize with. They walking amongst you every day. You just can't see them because you believe rich and wealthy is a look. That's why you never see them. They blend right in. SilentRage says working overtime at the hospital because of the virus might be out of debt earlier than I thought. That stim package might be my startup funds. Exactly. Right? Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Believe that. I'm part of it. I done it legally. I get my piece. Believe that. For people in debt, you think $1,000 is going to help somebody that's $100,000 in student loan debt? That has a $30,000 car that they got to pay on. What is $1,000 going to do to them? And they're the happiest. You know why? Because they're in fear. You guys know how long I can make $1,000 last in this climate, in this thing right now? $1,000? I'm good to the end of the year. On certain things, not everything. Ill Will says Teddy Pendergrass said you can't hide from yourself. Everywhere you go, you are that you everywhere you go, there you are. Exactly, man. Right now, people should be looking at themselves. They're looking for something else. Oh man, this person should have did that. They need to fix this. This needs to happen. That needs to happen. Hey, right now, stop blaming people. Oh, I can't be around people that always talking about blaming something else, someone else, some other entity, some other this, that, and this is the why is that. I'm like, man, why don't you just stop talking like that? People in student loan debt. Oh man, they should have told us this. Colleges want this and that. You don't have to go there, nor do you have to borrow any of that money. Who told you that? I don't care what Yale, Stanford charges. I don't care what they charge. I just not go there. Hmm. Tell you, man. Thank you, Ill Wills. What if you're not in debt but want to build? Right now, Mr. Innovate Music, stack your cash. All you got to do is wait. If you're not in debt, if you're making money right now, stack your money because you're going to get anything you want for pennies on the dollar. Just wait another month or two. You know what? It's not going to be long. It's coming. Soon as they hit zero and people will take anything for anything, you will build. This is Christmas time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the coronavirus that starts is killing people. I'm only talking financially. If you're getting your feelings involved, stop. I'm human. I don't wish anybody to be dead. I don't feel like even explaining that kind of stuff either. Sick of explaining stuff like that, man. That's what I'm talking about. People that get the feelings involved, I'm not talking to you. Click off the channel and leave. This is not the feelings channel. This channel is to help you this something like this never ever happen to you again financially. Ever. This will make you economy proof. My life hasn't changed. I had no idea the way I lived was called quarantine. I didn't even know that. Quarantine? I've been living like this. What do you mean quarantine? Oh, it's more like inconvenience. Let's go, LJ. Keep dropping those gems. I have my Geiger counter. Ill Wills, man. Been down with me since day one. Dave Sincere says, I spoke in the room about a friend of mine I tried to help. I told him I would help him with his credit. Been giving him jewels for years. He never followed any of it. I gave everything to him for free. Yeah, right now, Dave, you need to stop that. Because this is what you're doing. I'm going to tell you right now, Dave. Now that you're out of debt, you realize the time in your life is the most valuable thing on earth. The valuable thing on earth. If they want your help, they'll pay for it. If they don't, they won't. You both win. They don't waste your time, and your time is not wasted either, because nothing's worse than taking the time to help somebody that don't even know the worth of the help. And then you go back and ask them, hey, man, you do anything I said? Nope. Then you're going to be mad at yourself. Never do that. You charge whatever your time is worth in your mind right now, that's how much it's worth. Don't worry about who can afford it. When somebody says, "Ooh, that's expensive," they only can be talking about themselves, okay? It's expensive for them, okay? If somebody says your service is too expensive, you say it's too expensive for you. You don't lower your prices to appease somebody so they can afford it. When they know what the information is worth, trust me, people will pay. Believe that, because it's worth it. LotteryGuru says, LJ, do you think the $1,200 from Trump will help the economy? It sure will. What do you think those people that's going to get $1,000, $1,200? You think they're going to? What do you think they're going to do with that money? You think they're going to pay off their debt? No, they're going to spend it. Then the majority is going to spend it on frivolous things. They're just going to get it. They're going to be like, oh man, the economy is tanking anyway. I ain't got no job, so I might as well. This is what people in debt always say. You only live once. You might as well do whatever. And then they just do it. And guess what? They're going to spend that money on frivolous stuff. They're going to buy some shoes. They're going to say, oh man, I'm going to take this and invest in some watches or something stupid. You better believe it's going to stimulate the economy. 85% of Americans are in debt. What is $1,000? They're already in fear. You think they're going to take that $1,000, $1,200, $2,400 and get themselves out of debt? No. You think they'll take that $1,200 and say, hey man, I'm going to go see me a Chapter 7 bankruptcy lawyer? They can do that right now. They could take that stimulus money and go see a Chapter 7 bankruptcy lawyer, and they'll get out of debt free card right now. None of that's getting turned down. Nobody's getting turned down, especially if you ain't got a job. You're not getting turned down. Don't worry about the means test. Yeah, you have to take it, but you'll pass it. You have no job. You have no money. You're broke. No assets. You think the average person's gonna listen to that, Jim? I ain't explaining that no more. That's just the obvious stuff to do. People are broke. They're getting some cash. They can give it to a lawyer and say, "Hey, man, file Chapter 7 right now. I can pay for it up front. Boom, done, free." Sorry, that'll never happen. You know how many people hear that message? Maybe 2 or 3 out of every 1,000. But that's okay. Now, I want you guys to understand this. I'm okay with 2 or 3. I'm okay with the 1,300, 1,400 subscribers I have now. It's low. Views are low. It's okay because it's about to go through the roof when everybody fall off. They're about to go through the roof. Everybody you know is about to fall off. All those people that you thought they were, man, it's endless. It's about to be dominoes, baby. And guess where that money's coming from? The Federal Reserve, people. You hear somebody say, "Hey, man, the feds are doing this." Anybody that comes up to you and tells you something like this, "Hey, man, I heard the feds are lowering the interest rate. I heard the feds are doing this." I want you, as soon as they're done, I want you to stop and say, "Who are the feds?" I want you to first look up who the Federal Reserve is, and then the next time somebody mentions the Fed, I want you to say, "Hey," when they say that, I want you to say, "Who are the feds?" Now that you take the time, 5 minutes to read it and see who they are, and then see if that person knows who what they're talking about. Guarantee you, none of them do. People got $100,000 in student loans, and they're sending out $1,200. What? What you think that's going to do? Stimulate the economy because that's where it's going. It ain't going to no student loans. What's up, Mark? Dave says he called me yesterday saying he saw an old coworker. This coworker is going to help him increase his score 560 and going to give him some trade lines. Oh my God. I shook my head. Hey, this is what I want you guys to understand. You guys that are in debt and in fear, scammers are going to be on you guys like piranha. If you're in debt and fear right now, scammers are going to be picking your bones like piranha. You are easy. You're floating at the top. Clueless what's above you. Clueless what's swimming in the water. No, not above you. Swimming in the water with you. You're just swimming around in the lake, not even an ocean, a lake, and you're fat and clueless. You see that? Increase his credit score to a 5, his credit score 5, his 560 credit score, and going to give him some trade lines. You know what that sounds like? Scam. That's a scam. That's a scam. The only thing he's doing is getting paid for doing nothing. That guy's gonna still be in debt. Let me explain to you guys how trade lines work. Where they pair up somebody to with a good credit score with a bad credit score, and then put them on there so the person with the bad credit scores increases credit score. That's all scam. Let me tell you how that works. Okay, because number one, anybody that's knowledgeable about money and credit, they would never in a million years put a person on their report with bad credit. Why would I ever do that? Only people in debt do such things. I don't want to explain this. It is so bad to have to explain this. It's the dumbest thing. And then when somebody with a high credit score, you know why they allow it? Because they're deep into their eyeballs in debt. So the middleman comes in and says, "Hey, I'm gonna take a fee from the person that wants his credit score increased, and I'm gonna take a fee from the person with a high credit score but needs money very bad, give him partly money of the fee, and then they're gonna be happy to take that. And it's a marriage made in heaven. Two people in debt." Now, you know why they don't, one doesn't know who the other is or why they do what they're doing? Because they believe, each one of them believe they're in a class. Poor, middle class, upper class, lower class, middle class, upper class. They believe those classes exist. People in debt are only in one class, the debt class. Because somebody that makes $200,000 a year, they'll really believe they're middle class. But if they're $400,000 in debt, guess what? They're in the debt class. Classes, lower class, middle class, upper class, those classes don't even exist. They only exist in the debt matrix. I don't want to explain that anymore. I'm tired of explaining that. If this is you right now and you make a couple hundred, or you're mad because you make too much money, listen, you mad right now, you make too much money, you're not going to get that $1,000. First of all, if you're mad about it, you're in debt. If you're mad about $1,200, you cannot get because you make too much money. You think it's unfair. You're thinking like that because you're in debt. That's why you're thinking like that. Else you would know 12, 1,000, 12, 2,400. That's not money. That's nothing. That's no money at all. So if your feelings are involved, your feelings are involved because you're in freaking debt. And also, if you think because you're in the middle class, all you got to do is add up your debt. If your debt is more than your annual income, you're in debt. You're in a debt class. Their classes don't exist. What's up, Jennifer? Dave says paying him. I didn't say one word. Don't not you can't. You got to walk away. You got to walk away. NC Big says I was looking at the stimulus as my savings to pay off this student loans. Yes, you're thinking the right way. NC Biggs, you know exactly what you're gonna do with it. Hey man, that's extra money towards my debt. Yep. But even right now, honestly, I would be stacking my cash, honestly. But NC Biggs, you're already about to get the get out of debt free card right now. So I wouldn't even worry about that. That's the majority of people need to be doing what you're doing right now, NC Biggs, getting that chapter 7 right now. That's what they need to do. But you think they're going to do it? Nope, because they don't want to lose their house. I guarantee you, over 50% of them will get chapter 13s. SilentRage says sitting back, learning the system's rules so I can play the game the way they play and stack up like them. Yeah, those are the real rules, SilentRage. Those are not written. They're not anywhere. They're not in books. Now, I'm not going to say it's not in books, but I don't know what the title of those books would be because it's not open to everyone to see. Man, you guys have no idea how excited I am that all the phonies are going to get knocked off of YouTube. You know how excited I am about that? You guys have no idea. You know how difficult it is to swim around with these phonies? Oh, it's so irritating. Now I gotta sit here and say, "Oh no, that's not true. No, you're not supposed to take student loans and use it to borrow and invest. You're not supposed." All these phonies are gonna freaking vanish. Oh my God, this is gonna free up YouTube tenfold in the financial area. And back to the scammers, what I want to say for you guys have no idea how the scammers are gonna just, they're gonna be preying off your fear. Oh, they're gonna pose as the IRS. They're gonna pose. Let me give you all the things that they're gonna pose as. Okay, they're gonna pretend they are your car holder, whoever owns your car. They're gonna pretend they're the IRS. They're gonna pretend they are the coronavirus money collectors. Then they're gonna pretend that they're the stimulus package people. We just need your account information so we can deposit your stimulus check. And they're gonna come out the woodwork on you guys, playing, just eating your fear up like freaking dirty piranha. I can't stand scammers, man. I can't stand them. Ooh, I can't stand scammers. Even the legal ones. You guys have no idea how many legal scammers out there. They're just killing you, man. DTN says this really should be a wake-up call to people living above their means. It only can be so many people. Honestly, DTN, this is what I think. There only can be so many of they, but they are people too. Okay. So if there's not many of they need to be replaced. They need to be replaced. And only people that understand can replace they. I got people asking me, are car payments student loan? I mean, is car payments debt? Now don't get me wrong. I don't look at this person and say, oh my God, how can they not know that? Because I know that the obvious is not obvious. Believe it or not, I enjoy it when somebody asks me one of those questions, because right away they're telling me they do not understand in the slightest of how this works if you're asking that question. But that's okay, because I'll answer you. NC Big says the feelings channel is LOL. Yeah, let's see how that helps them. Yeah, no, I don't do the feelings channel. Don't do that. Mr. Innovative Music says, thanks for the advice. I was going to make some big purchases, but held off on it. And facts, I've been living like a quarantine. The facts, I've been living like quarantine. Yeah, just hold off, man. Hey, just hold off. Everything's about to plummet to the ground, if not under. I mean, big boys are going out of business. If you're thinking small right now, Mr. Innovative Music, don't think too small, think big. Billion-dollar companies, million-dollar companies are about to go bye-bye. Why? Because they were running in debt. And guess who's going to come save the day? The Federal Reserve. We will owe the Federal Reserve for the rest of our life. I mean, we already do. I mean, let me take that back. It's not even new. Let me stop making it seem like it's new. It's not new. It is. It just is. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll become wealthy too. There's plenty of money for everybody. People in debt don't even know that they don't even know that money doesn't even exist for them. Now, if you come across somebody that's deep in debt, 20-year-old student loans, and don't even know how much debt they're in, but yet they're talking about they're a realtor, they invest in the stocks, they've did this and that, and they've invested and made this percentage rate, and they don't even know how much debt they're in. Money doesn't even exist for them. You cannot invest negative dollars into anything. That's impossible. They are indirectly investing the bank's money, and they don't even know it. And they're trying to give financial advice to you. The blind leading the blind. Those guys are going to vanish. You guys that follow me now, you watch. I hope you're paying attention. I'm not doing no gimmick videos. I'm not going to be nice and say it this way. No, I'm going to be me. It will only be me from here on out. Only. I don't listen to nobody except the people I know who to listen to. Trust me, you get on this side, you know exactly who to listen to. Jennifer says, Jim Dropper told you all about your tour, Jim. What would you say? Told you all about tour gyms, LJ. Oh, you must have been saying your gyms. Okay. Yeah, you've been saying that for a long time, Jennifer. You've been saying that at first I didn't really understand what that meant, but now I get it. Mecca says, I told someone to file bankruptcy. Now they said, but what about my credit? I just shook my head and said, you'll have cash. Some people believe credit is better than cash. Those people are conditioned to think that way. They must think that way. The majority must believe that. Anybody you say, Hey man, hey, you know what? You're way upside down in that car. You know what? You should let that car go. And they say, what about my credit? They're in the debt matrix. You walk away from them. Hey man, you know a FHA loan, home loan is the most horrible thing to ever get. You should walk away from that. You think they'll do it? What about my credit? No, that's the first thing they'll say. What about my credit? And they're in debt. Ill will says facts, LJ. I always been self quarantined for a great deal of my life. I travel, but this is normal to me. I don't have cabin fever at all. I know this is like I said, Ill Wills. I was surprised that my life was called quarantine. I didn't know it had a name. It's called quarantine. I was quarantining myself from the people in the debt matrix. I can't listen to them. That's why I left my job. I can't listen to people talk about debt all day. Driving up to the job with a brand new car, all the slaves come out of the building to look at the new slave's car, all that. Look, hey, everybody, hey, slaves, come out and see what I just financially and legally tied myself to for the next 72 months. Come check it out. Come smell it. Come drive it. It drives good. I'd be so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed that I used to do that when I was in the debt matrix. Hey, check out this car. Man, that car was like $50,000, like you pay cash for it or something. People in the debt matrix are so stupid. Oh man, this car costs $50,000. Did you pay 50,000? No? Then why are you telling me the price? Because you're in a debt matrix. Oh man, I've been trying to figure this out for the longest, and my problem was this: I'm doing it too small. But now is the time, right? Now is the time. Now I don't have a bunch of fakers around me that I don't have to compete with. That's that. Not that it's any competition. I'm just saying they're confusing to the people in the debt matrix. It's confusing. Confusion. You guys about to see who you guys about to see the people rise that's supposed to be here. You're about to see them. They're about to shine brighter than the brightest sun that you've ever seen in your life. And guess what? No, everybody has no. They have no place to go. They must watch us do it. You guys are going to be forced to watch it happen. Especially if you're not doing nothing, you have no time but to watch. You're just watchers. You're going to watch and see everybody shine that know this is the opportune moment right now. You can be anything you want. Nothing's in your way, not even debt. Nothing's in your way. Not even a job, no debt, nothing. But people in fear, they don't know that. They're about to mess up big time. Jaws 2003 says, I was just about to buy a car cash and get rid of another car I have a loan on. I am now going to hold out until next month. I believe I will find deals like you are saying. Oh, yeah. There's about to be millions of cars repossessed after this is over. Like if you stop paying your payment right now, don't think your car is going to get repossessed anytime soon. There's nobody in the offices to push the paperwork through to even start the process of getting your car repossessed. Nobody's there. Who's going to start the process if everybody's at home? Your car won't be getting repossessed till probably January of 2021. Hey, if you guys want to come where I'm going, you better get on board. You better get on board now. Get on while the price is cheap. Cause you better believe that I'm gonna be big as freaking Tony Robbins. You think how much you think Tony Robbins to see him personally? How much you think it costs to see Tony Robbins personally? Jennifer says this quarantine is normal to me as well. Nothing's changed. Been living this way, living under my means, stacking my papers. Nothing's changed for me. It's just inconvenience. That's about it. Brittany C says they are increasing the prices in grocery stores, especially for meat. Yeah, but not for natural foods like produce and stuff. That's all. Every time I go in the store, there's plenty of produce. Plenty, plenty. I'm cool with meat. Hey, if the meat went to high prices, I just wouldn't buy it. I'm cool with not eating meat. It doesn't bother me at all. You gotta, in everything you gotta do everything the opposite of the majority. The reason why they can raise the prices on meat because the majority of people eat meat. If I see the prices go up, I'm gonna stop eating meat. I'm not paying those prices. And guess what? You know what people in debt will do? They'll see the price going up, and guess what they're going to do when they get that stimulus check? Go out and buy meat because they think it's going to run out. That's exactly what they're going to do. That's exactly what they want the slaves to do. That's why the stimulus check is going to stimulate the economy. You better believe because it's going right back in it. They're giving it out for free, and they're going to get it back with interest. That's how it works. That's how they do it. Charles 2003 says, I see home gym equipment going through the roof. I, uh, I am not sure if it will be for sale in 2 or 3 months or commercial gyms about to go under. Oh yeah, commercial gyms about to go under. Don't worry about gym equipment now because everybody's just getting stuck at home. Don't try to go out and buy gym equipment right now. There are millions of gyms that are about to go under. So if you want a home gym, all you got to do is wait. Just wait. Don't do what the slaves do right now. Don't do what people in debt do. Right now, they're acting on fear. Home equipment's jacking up because oh my God, I'm stuck. I'm going to get out of fat. I'm going to get fat and this and that. Okay. Then they're going to pay top dollar. But all you got to do is wait. NC Big says, LJ, the utility companies and creditors are sending emails saying you don't have to pay your bills. There is no way these people will spend these stimulus checks on their bills. They are buying new stuff. This is what I gotta do. I see the utility companies doing that, but I'm gonna read the fine details of that because I keep seeing suspend. I keep hearing the word suspend, hold off. I'm not hearing eliminated. Hey, your next 2-3 month bills will be eliminated. I'm not seeing that word. I'm not hearing, hey, your bills will be wiped away. You will never have to pay them. I'm not hearing those type of words. So now I got to go read the details. What are they doing? Pushing them to the back right now? All I got to do is make the slaves believe make them hear what they want to hear. That's it. You want to know this stuff? You need to ride with me because this is obvious. Mecca says they reach a deal for the stimulus package. They bailing out corporations, but still charging interest on student loans. Of course they are. Who do you think gonna be working at those corporations for pennies on the dollar? People in student loan debt. People in student loan debt are slaves. They will work where they are told. And you better believe after something like this, they're going to work anywhere they are told, anywhere. You work there, you're going to work there for 10 years, and you're going to work for this amount of money, you slave. And guess what? They're going to do it. What's the income cutoff? Wasn't it like 60,000 for the? I don't know. Who knows? It really doesn't matter. It's just the stupidest nonsense. People that make more money, some will be like, oh yeah, they'll be bragging. Oh yeah, man, I make too much money to get that stimulus check, and they be deep in debt. Some people that make a lot of money, they're gonna be mad because they can't get it because why? They're in debt. That's why they care about $1,000. They're in debt. Only people in debt would be planning on what, like the people that are planning what they're gonna do with that money, those people are in debt. If they're planning what they're going to do with this money, especially if it's not for essentials like food, shelter, if it's not planned for things that keep you alive, those people are in debt. Mecca says all the phonies about to be gone. Word on the street is Grant Cardone is out of the game. He laid off a lot of people. Rent is cheap now. Mm. If he because he bragged about having millions of dollars in, business debt and realty debt, all that stuff. Yeah. If it's true, if it's true. Now, I don't, guys at that level, if it's true, if he did do that, he will be exposed. You'll see him disappear. He'll vanish. This is unpreventable, you guys. Unpreventable. Whoever's been faking, they're going to vanish like they never existed. Guess who's going to be here? Me. I'm going to still be here saying the exact same thing, but I'm going to be much richer. You're going to see somebody rise from quarantine. People are doing it every day. You just don't know who they are. They're doing it right now. They're rising from quarantine. While people are swimming and basking in the fear of it, there are people rising. Juan says, "Get that creature. Oh, get that creature from Jekyll Island for the way the game is structured." Okay, I'll do that. I saw you, Juan. I just asked a friend, which is more important to him, cash or credit. Of course, he answered credit. Hyphy, I advise you to stop associating with yourself with slaves. I advise you to stop doing that. It's holding you back, man. I know it's going to be hard to let go, Hyphy. But believe it or not, those people are sucking energy. Every time you waste energy on on people like that, you're going to have to, man, that's less energy for where you're going, man. What's up, Cosmic? Cosmic says, great time to start a garden. Seeds cost $2 to grow. I have a garden in an urban area that produces what I need: lettuce, tomatoes, beans, bell peppers, and herbs. Lots of YouTube videos to learn. Plenty of time. And you got the time to do it, Cosmic. Josh 2003 says, look like people will be listening to Dave Ramsey more than Cardone. Uh, yes and no. Yes and no, Josh 2003. Because right now, people in debt, they're not thinking about getting out of debt. Okay, that's the last thing on their mind. If you can, because if you don't forget about, do not forget about the coronavirus piece. Okay, don't forget that people are dying from that. Getting out of debt, paying off anything is the very last thing anybody, the majority of people, are even thinking about. Though Dave Ramsey is my mentor right now, yeah, I'm keen on getting out of debt. But right now, if you've been following me, right now is not the time to get out of debt. You got to stop. You better stop. And you got a job. Stop. Stack your paychecks in cash right now. Stack them in cash. Cash your checks. Bring them home. Cash your checks. Bring them home. Get that cash. Because when things hit rock bottom, you're going to get anything you want for pennies on the dollar. Pennies. Get the cash now, because ATMs are going to run out of money, because you're not going to be able to walk in banks anymore. Banks already stopped that. They've already stopped from people coming into banks. Totally stopped. You guys don't even get it. Everything is changing now. Everything's changing. Everything is going to change right now. And I was prepared for this. Man, I'm so glad. Oh my God, you guys have no idea how glad I am that I listened to this voice inside of me that told me to do this. You guys don't even know how hard it is to listen to a voice Not knowing what's on the other side, not knowing why this voice is telling you this. It doesn't promise you. It didn't promise me anything. It didn't say, "Hey, man, if you follow me, you'll be rich, wealthy, you'll be whatever." Because everything I'm telling you guys right now, when I first quit my job and got out of debt free, I had no idea I would be at this level in finance. I had no idea. What I learned had to come to me in pieces spread across years. It had to be that way. I had to be stripped of my job title, thinking I was my job for years. I had to be stripped of all that. The fear of not having a job, that had to be stripped. That had to be stripped from me too. Job title, job itself. I had to be stripped of what about if I get health care and I rack up a lot of debt. I had to let go of that. I had to let go of believing retirement. If I wasn't contributing to my retirement, I was gonna die old and poor. I had to strip myself of all that to get here. You guys have no idea. If that came to me all in 1 year, I probably would have went absolutely crazy. Cosmic Wisdom says, LJ, do you see in your area how are people acting in South Carolina? You know what? Where I live, it's Myrtle Beach is a vacation spot. So when on the off season, it looks like this the way it looks now. Okay. This is the winter time, but with a little bit of added flavor of additional closed places that are not open. See, that's the only difference right now. Because right now, when I walk out, check this out. When I go out, when I go out in public, there's a fear, there's an energy fear right now that is so strong, it's thick. Now, none of the five senses, check this out. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention to what I'm saying because I always recognize it. I do not ignore it. When you go outside in public right now, there is an energy of fear. When you walk to the store, you can see it in people's eyes, and it's just, but you can't see it, touch it, smell it, taste it. You can't do anything, but you know it's there, right? You know it's there. I see it. It sucks me dry. I can't be in public too long, man. I cannot be in public too long. It just, the last time we went out a couple days ago, it drained me. It drained me. Not that it drained me because it's there. I recognize that it's there. I say, "Oh, I see it. Okay, it's there." I don't walk around pretending that it's not there, that it doesn't exist because I can't see it, smell it, taste it. I can't use any of the five senses to say, "Hey, person, that's fear right there." No, but I can turn to another person and say, "Hey, man, do you feel that fear?" That person will say, "Yes." You can ask 10 people around you, "Hey, man, when you walk around, do you feel the difference?" They all tell you yes. But none of them recognize that it's there because they're pretending that it's not. You got to stop doing that. If you're doing that, stop doing that. By recognizing that it's there, it lets you know that it's there so you don't succumb to it. So you don't become part of it. If you pretend that it's not there, it's going to take you over. But if you say, "Oh, I see you." Okay, you're trying to do what? Oh, you're trying to get in my head to do, oh, to make me think like that of the other people. That's exactly how I look at it. Oh, you're trying to do what? Oh, you're trying to show me this news again, the repeated process. Oh, you're trying to tell me information of no way I can verify any of that, right? Oh, you're trying to tell me that? Okay, click. It comes across my timeline on Facebook. Oh, I know why it comes 50,000 times. Unfollow, unfollow. Who keeps doing that? Unfollow them, unfollow them, unfollow them. They do it on Instagram. I unfollow them because that's fear trying to get in. It can get in from the extension of your phone. Your phone is part of the majority of people in the United States. Your phone in the world, hell, that phone is surgically implanted to people. Don't believe me? Go out and about and keep your phone in your pocket. And you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see people still in their phones, captured by fear. Exactly, Juan. The voices in my head. I don't care what people in debt say now. You think I'm scared of them? Hey man, that dude's crazy. He listened to the voice in his head. I don't care if you don't understand what I'm talking about. Drone, Slave? Oh, you're crazy. He's listening to voices in his head. I totally ignore people like that. It's around us every day, and people choose to ignore it and just, oh, whatever. It's just, it is the way it is. Okay. Yes, there is. That song is the bomb. Oh, oh, he's naming a song. Mecca says, "Yeah, I noticed the fear. People in panic right now. They have payments that they can't make, so they don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep the lease lives." And Mecca, check it out. People in debt, they have no idea that they have absolutely nothing to worry about. Nobody right now is going to be taking nothing because nobody can do nothing. Nobody can leave the house. You think somebody's going to come out and so they can serve an eviction notice? What is that? What people in debt have no idea. They have right now. They have absolutely no fear of losing anything because nobody's there to get nothing. Everybody's quarantined, and people in the slave, they're still worried about the credit. Still worried about the credit. It blows my mind. They are still worried about their freaking credit. Juan says people are scared to die, but barely live lives worth living. This is and you know what's crazy, Juan? You know, when I die, guess what? I will never know I'm dead because I'm dead. When I die, I will never know I'm dead because I'm dead. I can't know that I'm dead. But just like you said, Juan, people are living and they're dead. Living lives that they have been pre-programmed to live and they just follow it like drones. I'm not talking to those people anymore. I'm way too big for that. I'm way too big for that. I don't have time for that anymore. Anybody that wastes my time, they are out. They're out. There's a few exceptions to the rules, but they're out. The majority of them going to be out. Juan says, willing to sell their time and energy for some financed years, for some financed Yeezys. Yeah. I'm not a shoe guy, but I really don't understand the Yeezy thing. I don't get it. I don't get it. I get it from what's the name's point, the maker of Yeezys, but for the people that buy them, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Mr. Innovative Music says, I think my voices in your head is instincts. I think by I think by voices in your head. Uh well, what I mean, whatever people want to call them. It's I just say the voices. I do. I wouldn't say voices either. It's a voice, and that voice is me. Okay, that's the future. I That's how I feel. It's the future me. The No, not the future me. The me that I'm working on to be. He's there. He's got that voice is guiding me and say this way, go this way, connect with that person, quit that job, get out of debt, come over here, move down here. That's what that one voice is saying. And every time I've listened to that voice, this is why I'm here today talking to you guys on this mic because I listened to that voice. Not voices, a voice. That voice is the me who I'm becoming. It's the me on this mic right now that I remember when I first started talking on the mic. I remember I would hold back. Oh my God, what people would think this and what if they feel like that? And then the voice says, is it the truth what you're saying? Yeah, then who cares how they feel about it? If 1 + 1 = 2 and somebody doesn't like it, doesn't matter? No, then who cares how they feel about it? Shout out to DTN for the donation. Much appreciated, sir. I really do appreciate your support, sir. I really do, man. I really do. Man, you guys have no idea how excited I am right now to see all the fakes and phonies, man. They're going to be gone. They're going to be gone. Hold it for a quick second. I got to. 1 second. I'm back. Those of you guys that follow me, man, I hope you guys in for a crazy ride. And some of you that have been emailing me that just became debt free, congratulations, man. I hope you're ready. You're about to be a multimillionaire. Now all you got to do is just choose. This is how you do it. Now that all debt's out of your way, okay, it's all removed. Now all you have to do is concentrate on that thing that you would love to be doing, that you would do it for free. Okay. Whatever that is, don't worry about how people feel about it. As long as it's not hurting anybody and it's helping people do some kind of enhancement in their life, whatever that gift is that you have that's going to help somebody else, this is how you'll know it's your gift. Don't worry about it being the best. The design of the website got to be this. Don't worry about any of that. Just put it out there. Okay. Just put it out there. Don't worry about it. And the right people will hear it, and then they'll come to you. And this is how you'll know it's your gift. When the first person comes to you and says, hey, you've changed my life because of you did X, you did this, you did that. As soon as you hear that, you'll know that you're going in the right direction. That is your gift, because people don't accidentally ever say that to another person. They don't ever accidentally walk up to a person and say, hey, you changed my life. That never happens. This is how you'll know it's your gift. Once you know it's your gift and everything is true, then you can just be you, because everything's true. Anybody that comes up to you and say, oh, you can't do this, you'll realize that they only can be talking about themselves. Another human being can't walk up to another human being and tell them that they can or cannot do something. They can't do that. So if they say that, they can only be talking about themselves. If oh, that's impossible, you can't make that much money, you can't live there, you can't do this, they only can be talking about themselves. That's what they're really saying. They believe themselves they can't do that. They believe they can't live there. They can't buy that. They can't have that much money. That's what they're really saying, but they don't know they're saying that. I don't get to worry about credit at this time either, LJ. Just stack up cash in these times. Yeah, don't even worry about that. People in debt don't understand that credit is nothing. It's just digital numbers on a screen. Ivy says, have you noticed the people that identify by their job and by their job title and are in debt are the only ones claiming boredom due to everything being closed? I got to pay attention to that. Have you noticed the people that identify by their job title and are in debt are the ones claiming? I gotta check that out. I don't know. I haven't really. That's interesting. It's got to be millions. It's got to be millions of people. Thank you, LotteryGuru. Much appreciated. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Savings-debt.com is my website. You better get it while it's hot. Get it while the prices are hot right now, because I guarantee you it's going to be way over that. The more each month that goes deeper into this stuff, my prices are going to keep going up because I'm going to be worth that much more, because everybody's going to be able to see me more. I'm so excited, you guys. You guys have no idea how excited I am. I am so excited right now. I'm gonna be like, see, I told you guys. I told you. I told you. This was really gonna happen when they call those loans. When the banks start calling those loans, oh, you guys are gonna see the dominoes fall. As soon as you hear on the news, listen. I want you guys to listen closely. Even if you're not a financial guru, this is all I want you to listen for. When the banks call loans, when the banks call in their loans, the dominoes are gonna fall. And guess when the banks are gonna call in the loans? When people make runs to the banks. And then you're going to take the time to understand what fractional reserve banking is, okay? Take the time to YouTube it. Fractional reserve banking. Learn it. You're not doing anything else. Just pull it up on YouTube. Fractional reserve banking, okay? Look it up. As soon as people run to the bank and realize cash is king right now, guess what? Ooh-wee. When the banks run out of money, guess what? They're going to be calling on those loans. Lines of credit, all that's going to vanish. Because right now, you better believe there's some people with lines of credit attached to their bank right now, and they're thinking, oh, we're good. I got that line of credit of $30,000. We are good. We ain't have to go nowhere until it vanishes. They're going to log into their account one day and it's going to be gone. They're going to be like, wait a minute. I got that loan. Oh, yeah, you didn't read the paperwork, did you? Yeah, in the paperwork, it says we can call in that loan anytime we wish. You didn't read that? Yeah, that's sorry. Gone. That's why people with lines of credit right now, the best thing they should do right now is pay off their student loans right now, this second, right now. Log into your account, log into your student loan account and do the money transfer right now. Pay those student loans off. Why that line of credit is still there? Because it's going to be gone. You can't right now, even with me telling you, you got $30,000 in line of credit. You can't go down to the bank and say, hey man, give me that $30,000 in cash. I guarantee you the bank would not do that because it doesn't even exist. They can't do it. Try to do it. Say, hey man, I want to cash out my line of credit. Guarantee you they will tell you no. Welcome to my new world. I will help you be just like me. I don't want you hanging around me forever. I'm gonna just raise you out the debt matrix, and then I'm gonna feed you, and then I'm gonna send you on your way where you can be your own king. I don't want you needing me. Quentin says, my cousin told me he was tired of renting and he asked me for my opinion. I told him Google hashtag savings minus debt and look at his bank account. Yeah. You think he's going to do that? No, he's not going to do that. You got to remember the people in debt have that fix it now mentality. They have that fix it now mentality. If it don't fix their problem right now, this minute, they don't want to hear it. Goodbye. Down with the Titanic you go. Denzel Velocity HELOC's going to get called in and the banks will get own all the assets cheap. Sure will. Those of you that believe in that are in the middle of this, check it out. Those of you guys that are in the middle of this this velocity banking with lines of credit, sorry. I told you so. I told you so. You cannot borrow your way out of debt. That's mathematically impossible. Now you're in the middle of it. Guess what? With those lines of credit, those credit cards that you're doing the transfers, once those are removed, you have nothing to move to. You're out of the game. But if you listen to me now, you can do it right now. You can just file Chapter 7 and you'll be free. And you won't have to worry about velocity banking at all. You won't have to worry about any banking. If you lost your job, you don't think you're going to get it back, your retirement's gone, you qualify for Chapter 7 legally. You qualify. You can just hang on to any cash you got right now. Just hang on to it. Don't worry about it. You're going to still have your car, but if you get caught up worrying about your credit, forget it. You're going to go down with the Titanic too. See ya. We don't need you people clouding the vision of people that's trying to get to the top. We really need you guys removed. Because there are people walking around here right now knowing something's wrong, but they can't put their finger on it because they're so clouded by fakers and scammers and legal scammers. Yeah, there's legal scammers that's taking advantage of you. Okay, that it's just business. When I add scammers to their name, that's just my feelings about it. Okay, if it's legal and I say scammer, that's my feeling about the legal business. My feelings about it are irrelevant. The reason why, like, check it out, so you guys can understand how it works. The reason why, like, legal scammers get convicted, of course, because it's against the law, but it's obvious what they're doing. It's obvious. Okay. And if they allowed something so obvious to be, the whole system would crumble. And those are basically what scammers are people in debt, breaking the laws, of course, but by them breaking the law, they're not following the ultimate rules. Because people, like, for example, think about it this way. If a financial scammer is scamming people and he's doing things to cover his tracks, you know why? Because they are watching them. They have somebody to fear. That's why they're covering up their tracks. If they didn't have anybody to fear, they just wouldn't cover their track. They would just scam people without remorse. They would just do it and wouldn't care because nothing's going to happen to them. But they don't stop and think, wait a minute, why am I covering up my tracks? Because you're breaking the bigger rules. That's why you got to be nervous. Nobody's watching they. If they are watching scammers, who's watching they? Nobody's watching they because they make the rules. Why would we break our own rules that we make? There's no reason for that. Why do you think drug dealers are stuffing stuff in hiding places and cubby holes and traveling across the United States? Because they are watching. Just like marijuana. Marijuana was legal because they said it was illegal. Now they said, okay, it's legal now. It's cool. Now everybody can do it. Have you noticed that? Because they said it was cool. It's to do now. You can do it. That's where I'm going, to they. How do you get there? By not breaking the rules. Yep. Cosmic's right. Not right now is not the time to be making big purchases. Wait about 2 or 3 months. Okay. You'll know exactly when to do it. Just wait. Juan says, or the banks will refi those HELOCs into amortized mortgages, extending that 30-year slave contract. Oh, they're already doing that now, Juan. They're doing that now. That's why they dropped the rates on loans, Juan, to encourage slaves to refinance their FHA mortgages. That's why when you heard on the news where the president said, "Hey, man, we're going to suspend evictions and foreclosures," and when I heard that, I was like, "Okay, let me see what that really means." That only applies to people with FHA mortgages. You know why? Because If they let all the people with FHA because they're the first ones to go. If people with FHA mortgages, they are the first to go. And if they let them all go under, guess what? The whole housing economy would collapse. All you got to do is say, what's the percentage of conventional mortgages versus all subprime mortgages? I'm gonna lump them all in one. All subprime mortgages, conventional mortgages compared to how many subprime mortgages out there. There is no comparison. It doesn't even compare. That's why if they let those mortgages go under, the whole housing economy would collapse. They can't let that happen. Guess who's going to pay for that? People with FHA mortgages are going to pay for that. If you have an FHA mortgage right now and they suspend your this and that and the foreclosure, guess who's going to pay for that? You. You think that money just disappears? No, you're going to pay for it. You know why? Because you have an FHA mortgage, you have a subprime mortgage. That's why you're going to pay for that. Only people that in only people that don't understand money would ever in a million quadrillion years ever get a subprime mortgage. No mortgage in the world makes anybody a homeowner. No mortgage. If you get a mortgage, you're automatically saying, I'm going to pay more for that house than what it's worth today by accepting a mortgage. You got to know that. You think I'm going to go to next year's trying to convincing people to say, hey, nobody gets a finance house on sale, right? Nobody gets that, right? Nobody gets a finance house on sale. Nobody. Why in the world would somebody believe they got a house price on sale financed for 30 years? That makes absolutely no sense, but yet people believe it. So if you're going to get a mortgage, you might as well be the best one on the market and only accepting the best one on the market and nothing less. Nothing. Hyphy says, on my days, I just realized if even one of Denzel's clients have a loan recalled, his reputation and service is ruined as it will leave them in a worse situation. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's gonna hey, check it out. I personally think he's a smart young man, but he's just young. He's gonna learn a hard lesson on this one. This is gonna be a hard one. This is gonna be a hard lesson for that young man. Very hard. He's talking when like sometimes when I listen to him, oh man, he got these annual memberships, he's got these monthly memberships, and he's always talking about how much money he makes every single year. I mean, constantly. I don't even know if he knows I don't even know if he knows he does that. But when I hear somebody always talking about their salary, I always think you really don't have that much. You don't, because there's no reason to keep saying it. Oh, it's to impress. It's to impress people that don't know. That's who it's for. It's to impress them. It doesn't impress me because I don't know if it's the truth or not. Not that I care. I mean, it might be, it might not be. I don't know. Whatever. But when it gets worse and people realize credit ain't nothing and they're maxed out or whatever, they're gonna think I need cash and they're gonna make a run to the bank. Here it comes. It's coming. Fractional reserve banking. Look it up. YouTube it. Don't even read it. Just YouTube it. Let them explain it to you. Let the pros explain it to you. All right. And then when they recall those loans, see you later, Denzel. Bye-bye. Velocity banking people, bye-bye. Houston, you're out of here, buddy. You're out of here. All you guys in infinite putting adjectives on debt, fast get out of debt fast, credit approval fast, this, that fast. You guys are out of here. Goodbye. And good riddance. You guys won't be back for a long time. You won't even come back on the scene at least till 2021, this time next year. Maybe. Because don't get me wrong, there's a place for you, because there will be plenty of people in the debt matrix. There's going to be plenty of fat fish, but you guys won't recover for this at least another year. Nobody will believe what you're saying because they can't. They have no money, no jobs, no money. Velocity banking doesn't exist. Goodbye. Just think how many people are going to be watching because the velocity banking videos will always be up on YouTube. And then when they get kicked out of velocity banking, they go back and watch these YouTube videos. This is what I suggest that people do. This is what I suggest that people do that's been teaching velocity banking. Delete all of your videos right now. Delete them. Because if you ever plan on coming back by a year later, you better delete all remnants that you ever believed in that stuff, ever. Because when people wake up and see your channel and they see your face, they're going to immediately know that you didn't know a word that you were talking about. You were just like them, in debt. You guys are going to be exposed. So I say this to you right now. All you FHA loan, FHA hard realtor house flippers, when you guys disappear, delete your presence right now so you can recover. Start recovering right now. Delete everything. Delete every video. Change your title to your channel to just your name or something. Delete it. First delete all your videos, then change the title of your name to your name or some other name, so you guys will be ready a year from now. Cosmic says Quentin doesn't matter. He still needs to have a solid foundation. Oh, we're talking to Quentin. Okay. And guys, another watch out. The courts are closed in a lot of areas in the country, which means they no one to record deeds and clear titles. Another reason for no major purchases. Woo! And Cosmic, I guarantee you about 3 people even understand what you're talking about. All the people that don't know, and they think they're going to go buy something on credit right now, that's what they're thinking. Oh man, now time to buy. Time to buy. No, it's not. Well, Jennifer, when it comes to that, as I let people believe, it's like this. When I was very young, put it this way, Jennifer, when I was very young, I learned that there were over 5,000 different religions. Okay. 5,000. I was shocked. I was young. I was like, 5,000. But my parents always taught me that there was one, right? And then I thought to myself, what makes the one that my parents believe in make it right? What about the other 4,900 something odd religions? What those people think their God is right? And I put it this way: as long as a person believes in something that is good, hey man, whatever, God, Buddha, whatever, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, cool. My thing is the universe. My thing is the universe. I just I think it's me guiding me to be me, who I was supposed to be, what I was placed here on this earth for. It's me guiding me to me. I love it when I see all these people believing they have a better chance at getting a home now that the student loans will be put on hold. People such as Cosmic and I will win at the end. Oh yeah, these people. High fee Cosmic. That's why you guys alone, Ill Wills, Quentin, Jennifer, you guys know when I say I'm taking to the next level, I've been thinking too small. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. I've been thinking way too small, way too small. Way too small. This is way bigger than that. I had hyphy cosmic. I had somebody the other day said, is car payments considered debt? Would car payments be considered debt? Now, to me, I didn't think that person was stupid or whatever. This is what I thought to myself. If that person said that to me, that means millions of other people think the exact same way. I said, I'm thinking too small, way too small, way too small. There is no going back. There is no going back. Mm. I listened to a guy by the name of Matt Pena. He's a 75-year-old man, but if you're not ready for him, don't go listen to him. You got to be ready for him. You got to be. Matt is a dude that all feelings are removed. I like that. I just want straight to the point. Now he's a little crude sometimes, but hey, that's his personality. That has nothing to do with me. Will I ever accept? Will I put it this way? Will I ever go see a mentor and accept him disrespecting me? No, never in a million years would I do that. Never do that. Now I see people pay top dollar to come see him because he's worth it, great and dandy. But as soon as I see him putting down the person, I'll be like, nope, I'm never going there. I'll just watch his videos because I would never allow that ever. But he's an awesome dude, man. He's straight to the point. He's saying what needs to be said, and man. I be needing that sometimes. When I be thinking small, I go listen to him so I can stop thinking small. Being debt free and owning my rental properties outright allows me to be a generous landlord who can afford to make a plan with the tenants in case they fall behind. Man, that is awesome, Juan. Man, that's got to feel good. That's got to feel just because you know it's coming, but you've been prepared for it for years. So you're ready, you're good to go. That's got to be awesome, man. Yes, car payments are debt since he's making payments is debt. Yeah, Cosmic. I know. We know that. See the way you say that? See the way you say that? Oh, yeah, of course it's debt, right? But if he knew that, he would have never asked the question, correct? And that means not only does he or she think like that, millions of others think like that. This is bigger than you or me. I've been making it way too complicated. Believe that, Cosmic. You think somebody that's asking if car payments is debt, you think they're ready to talk to you? They wouldn't even have a clue to what you're saying. Dave says financial literacy in our communities are often the last thing to think about. Last thing people think about. Yeah. But like I said, I keep saying it to you guys, it must be this way. In order for people like me, to remain wealthy, the majority must remain in debt. Even in a time like this when people are booming right now, there's some people making some serious money right now, serious money. They can't tell everybody because people think they're bad people for making money at a downtime, but it's not like what they thinking. They're thinking they're profiting off of people's misery. No, it's not like that. It has nothing to do with profiting off of people's misery, not at all. Cosmic says exactly, Juan. I can cut my rent in half and still cash flow, but I am in some groups where I see landlords are freaking already out because they don't have cash reserves. Well, this is where you got some decisions to make, Cosmic. You're going to know where to go firsthand to get some awesome deals on some properties. Woo, some awesome deals, firsthand knowledge. Now, but you're going to have to risk your friendships to get it. If you know the people that's doing it, you got to risk some friendships. Dave says, tremendous profit in ignorance. Sure is. Very tremendous. Cosmo says, true, Dave, until something like this happens. Dave says, one thing I learned in college, and we all know when you're in college, must don't know nothing. Most don't know nothing. Exactly. So it's time to be bigger than life, man. My whole life, it's crazy. My whole life has changed. Like, my girlfriend has a 6-year-old son now. And we have set up a whole classroom now. Okay. Classroom. We got rid of some junk, cleared the room out. Now his room looks like a classroom. So now we're on a schedule. Wake up at 9 for this, 10 for that, subject, this and that, and then recess, etc., lunchtime, all that every day. I'm going to ensure that he never falls conditioned to the conditioned mindset. When he gets 18, he's going to know exactly what to do when he gets out in the world. He's not going to be tossed out financially naked. He's going to know exactly what to do. He is going to be economy proof. Pedro said, I was going to use this money for my Amazon business, but it shows how important living below your means is. Yeah, right now is the wrong time to start a business. The wrong time. Hyphy says, so I can't profit off of someone's misery, but Hennessy and Burger King can. I know. Watch me. Exactly, right? Oh, it's more than those companies, Hyphy. There's a ton of people. Check this out. I saw a commercial on TV yesterday. They be doing people in debt so bad. I saw a TV commercial yesterday. This guy a business that redoes bathrooms. It said they are offering credit line 2 years, 2 years credit, 2 years credit. Don't pay until 2022. You know how many people are going to jump on that just to redo your bathroom? Don't have to pay in 2 years. How many people you think going to jump onto that? Oh my good. I said, ooh, that is so dirty. That is so dirty. Dave says it's amazing. The talks we had on this channel, I can't have with 99.9% of my friends or even the people I know. Let me say something to you, Dave. Even the way, check it out, Dave, even the way we met, you was in velocity banking and blah, blah, blah. Right now that you're out, none of the velocity banking even matters. You're debt free. I'm debt free. We don't even need to talk about that kind of stuff because we're both in the same spot. The people, the relationships that we're building right now, this is going to be for the rest of our living days. I want you guys to understand that. The relationships being built in this channel right now are for life. So let me let you guys understand this closely, right? Listen, when I become a multimillionaire, you guys are going to be able to come to me, or I'm not saying I'm going to be the first one, okay? I can only speak on myself. But when any of us become multimillionaires, right? We can just go to that person and say, okay, hey man, show me how you did it. Whatever their price is going to be, whatever. Say for example, Hyphy or Cosmic, all right, they opened up some business. Now they're multi-billionaires. But if you want to join their course, it's going to cost you $5,000. Are you going to question that $5,000? You're going to pay it. You're going to pay it. Why? Because you know You know how we talk. You know everybody in this room is going to speak the correct language. You know everybody's going to speak the same language. 1 second, you guys. 1 second. I got to do something here because this is, man, I told my brother I'm live, but he said he can't find it. Boy, boy, boy. 1 second. 1 second. I still think that's weird as, whew. Oh, Linnell, you got to get on this. God dog it. You got to get on this. Juan says people complain schools don't teach life skills. How many parents are using this lockdown to teach their kids how to cook, value shop, budget? I mean, and they're basically right now they have to too. If they don't do it, if parents don't teach their kids right now, when they have to, parents right now have no other excuse not to be teaching their children right now. No excuse. The majority of people are not going to teach their kids, but why? Because they don't know. That's why. NC Big says, if you're not for pushing for your dream, I might be still lost out. What? LJ, if not for you pushing for your dream, I might still be lost out here. Thank you. You're welcome, NC Biggs. The first time, like I keep saying, the first time I heard somebody say I changed their life, I knew I was on the right track. I knew I was. I knew I was on the right track. Juan says, the Good Times theme song warned of easy credit ripoffs. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Good Times theme song. Yeah, you're right. Every time you make a now you got me thinking about it, Juan. Oh, man. Let's see. Pedro says, last year in college, and now realize I don't want to work for anyone or trade my time for money, but I got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. But right now, Pedro, you have to start within you. There's nowhere to go right now. Your college degree is you don't even know whatever you're going to college for. You don't even know it's going to be good or not. The only person you should be concentrating on you is you right now. And you got the internet is the stage right now. And check it out, especially you youngsters listening. The internet is your stage right now. It is the only way you can perform right now. It's the only way. You can't do anything else. And you're gonna get locked down even further, but you got internet access out. Let me think about it. Definitely want to get out and enjoy your bikes. Yeah. Dave Sincere says people are on Facebook now complaining about being quarantined, complaining about how bored they are. They're not teaching their kids anything. They're letting them play video games all day. Yep. Right now, check it out. If you're a video game person, right now is the time to start a channel. Right now. Right now is the time to start a channel. Right now. Dave says people are posting dancing videos and stuff. They eating TV shows they're watching on Netflix. Look at them. Just playing the music as the Titanic go down. The music is playing. People talking about movies and doing funny, stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand they got to keep themselves entertained. Don't get me wrong. I have to unplug too. I have to unplug too sometimes, but I don't stay there. I don't stay there. I need to listen to that song again, Juan. Oh, hey, Hyphy, did you know if did this particular video come up in live? Did it come up in live? Is that how you knew I was here, or how did you know I came on live? Anybody? Did you guys get the live notifications? Did some people get the notification that I went live today? Because if everybody says no, NC Big says, LJ, did you know people are having Facebook parties? They even have a DJ. Yeah. You know why? Did you see what D Nice D on Instagram? D as in dog, NICE. He started it. He started some DJ thing. People, now don't get me wrong, anything that makes people feel good, great. But DJ Nice became a sensation overnight. Became a sensation overnight. Okay, Hyphy, I see what you're doing. Okay, so Mecca got it, Cosmic got it. Okay. I gotta stop letting this stuff frustrate me because I be feeling, hey, Hyphy, because I'll be like, man, I got bigger things to deal with than worry about freaking live notifications. You know what I'm saying? But right now, their live notifications are paramount. I promise I will put them into the forefront because nobody's going anywhere, and that's very important. I got to put that on top of the notification. Mr. Innovative Music got it. If you guys are listening, please do the bell, uncheck it, recheck it, and click all just to do a, I don't know if YouTube just sent through something that just made everybody reset without telling them they have to reset. I don't know. Just do it just for kicks. And if you're catching this stream later, please do the same thing. Hit that notification bell, turn it off, turn it back on, then choose all. Okay. Okay. So NC Biggs, do the notification bell thing because other people got it, you didn't. I'm still trying to figure out why some people get it and some people don't. So okay, okay, you said Juan. Juan, I didn't see the notification. I looked at your channel to see if there was anything to listen to, and I saw that there was a live going on, but this seems to happen to a lot of channels. Just redo that notification bell. If you did not get the notification, please redo the notification bell, please, and select all. But that D Nice, oh, thank you, Mark. That D Nice man, he changed his life overnight. Let me see how I'm gonna see. You know what? Let me see how many people he got right now. 1 second. Let me see. Because I love following. I love following success that happens to people. I love doing that. Let me see where he's at. Okay, 1 second. He's at 1.5 million followers. When I joined him, when I finally jumped on and heard what he's doing, when Oprah and all the big people all the stars pushing his channel on YouTube. I mean, he's got even what's the name? What's the name? He's on there now. Jimmy Fallon is on his channel. 1.5 million. When I joined him, he was about 800. He was about 800,000. Oh, and by the way, maybe I should have let you guys know this. I've changed my channel from my name to Savings Minus Debt now. Okay. And I talked this over with Hyphy because it just made more sense. Instead of looking for Savings Minus Debt and then they come across Linnell Young, you know what I'm saying? So now the official channel name is Savings Minus Debt. Another thing that helps is to remove notifications from as many other channels as possible. Oh, okay. So I went through my list, even talking to you last night or night before last, talking to you, man. I went through my whole channels list. I'm like, I removed everybody because I subscribe to some people that don't have any content on their channels, and I subscribe to them. I removed all of them. Best version motivation says, LJ, go to YouTube on your phone, go to your subs area. It does not have a red dot by your picture to show you are live unless you go to your channel page. Yeah, I'm gonna talk this. I'm officially talk this over with Hyphy when I get off, because I've been procrastinating because I'm irritated by it. That's why I've been procrastinating, because I'm irritated by it. Well, when I go to my YouTube on my phone, I see that I'm live. I don't. Videos. I'm so irritated by that. But I promise you guys, I'm gonna get it done. Hyphy's been offering help, and I'm still procrastinating because I'm irritated. Oh yeah, I know he's been doing it for years, Mark. I know that, but I'm just saying, not him overnight. Since I'm talking about as this large of a scale. You know what I'm saying? It's not the notifications. I get them. The video is not showing in my subs area. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. The subs list on the left-hand side. Gotcha. Oh, it's not popping up at the top. Okay, I'm looking at my subs area right now, and I can see. Oh, I can see people that are live on my subs area. So that means, all right, I'm gonna get with Hyphy after this. Okay, notification. Okay, that helps me. Notifications are happening, but it's not happening on the sub list. Okay, so I'll figure that out. I'm making this problem bigger than what it is because I'm frustrated by it. Okay, so please bear with me. Pedro says, yeah, I didn't see the live in red letters before clicking on this video. Crap. Hyphy says, not the subs list on the left-hand side, the subs list screen. Oh. Okay, you guys are talking a different language. Mark says, fractional banking is what I always heard about banks, people putting in checks being loaned out from one bank to the next, right? No, you got to sort of kind of what you said, but you got to just look up the video. It's more like, say like you put in $100 into the bank, right? All they have to do is keep $10 of that money, 10% of the 100, and then they can loan out 90. And then each time somebody takes a loan, so say like they loaned out $90, right? Then all they have to do is keep 10% of that 90 and then loan out the 90% of the 90, and so on and so on and so on. That's how it works. Cosmic says fractional banking is how money is created. Each loan the bank gives out creates 10%, 10 times in cash creation. Yes. It's really that simple, just like that, Mark. That's how they can do it. So they create. What is this? What it is what's a really hard thing to grasp, that money really doesn't exist. Okay, it doesn't exist. But to try to get people to understand that is very difficult. That's why when people come to this channel, they're going to know that I just get straight to the point. I'm not going to explain why. It's very difficult for me to explain to people that are in debt. Hey, you're in debt. If you're in debt, you don't make it. Money doesn't exist for you. Try to explain that to somebody in debt. They'll never understand what you're saying, because of their nice car, their nice house, their clothes, their trips, their vacations. They'll think that they're living, but they're not. They're in debt. They're slaves. So I am going to work on this. I got to work on my freaking AdSense account. I got to worry about these subscription lives, blockety blah crap. I just want to do what I do and worry about that little crap later, man. It's just irritating me. Hassan says, hello, SMD family. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Big L. Big L, hope you're doing well. I am. I'm doing well, man. I saw your comment, man, that you just got out of debt, and congratulations, man. Right when this happened. Congratulations. Congratulations. Cosmic says, just think, in order for you to have a positive savings minus debt, number requires others to have debt. Just think, in order for you to have a positive savings minus debt, number requires others to have debt. Yeah. You know, I'm more cosmic. I swear, my channel is this. It's going to wake up the people that know something's wrong. Positive, negative. They're going to be like, man, I've been living like this. I'm not really getting ahead. I can't figure it out. And then they're going to come to this channel. They're going to find the answer. Heike says, right now, news outlets are claiming help is on the way as more cash is being printed. Who does that really help, though? Does $1,000 spent on a new TV help you avoid a disaster? I bet you think, hey, Hyphy, listen to this. You think like loans are low right now. Okay. They're practically giving money away right now, right? I guarantee you people are going to take that stimulus check. They're going to head on down to CarMax and they're going to put a down payment on a car. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. Hassan says, what a close shave. Seriously, it's absolutely mad. I can't believe this. I know it's crazy, man. But believe it or not, Hassan, you were prepared for this. I was sent here to help prepare you for this, for what was coming. Did I know it was coming? I didn't know it was coming. I was just following what the voice said to me. The voice said, hey, LJ, you need to do this. You need to tell people that. You need to start a channel. Because if you start a channel, you're going to meet these type of people. These people are going to help you. And then and then when this big thing comes, if I would have said, hey, man, what's coming? He would have said, I can't tell you. If I told you, you would probably go another way. Right? If the voice in my head was said, if the voice inside of me, not in my head, the voice inside of me would have said, hey, man, come this way, but I'm preparing you what's going to happen in 2020. I would have said, well, what's going to happen in 2020? Or there's going to be a virus outbreak that's going to kill many people and the whole economy is going to collapse. I'd have been shocked. I'd have been like, what? And you want me to follow you there? And I would have just said, I'm not going there. I'll stay safe at my job. I'll continue safe for where I live. I'm comfortable there. I got my retirement. I'm good. That's what I would have said to myself. That's why I can't tell you. It can't tell me anything. I'm just happy the people, all the fakers are going to get out the way so I can get down to business. Cosmic Windsor says people don't know that increased printing of money means inflation. Prices for items will be higher in the future, so that TV cost is going up. You think I'm not explaining any of that no more. I'm not explaining any of that stuff. I'm not explaining any of that to anybody. I'm way bigger than that. I'm just people in debt just think inflation is part of life. It's just My son says, I believe you were sent from God for me, and I want to thank God and thank you for your help. You're welcome, my son. The universe in my life, the universe has always been on time. Even as I speak to you guys on this mic today, I couldn't have been here if I didn't listen. If I would have jumped out here and started just going straight after money, you guys would have never met me. All the people out here that were strictly out here for money, you guys about to see them all vanish because they were helping no one but themselves. This thing is so big. Those of you that are truly ready to help people and prosper, right now is your time. Right now. You can let your old self go today, right now. I don't care if you're in a bad relationship, you don't like where you live, you've been staying for the kids, you don't like your job, you didn't like that car, it was too expensive, this house was too expensive, you had way too many credit cards. Um, you can let go of every single thing right now, everything. You can let it all go. If you really want to let it go and you got a house right now, I strongly advise you to refinance your house and pay off your student loans before you let it all go. Okay. Now, when I say let it all go, that means it's going to be forced. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it because I'm telling you to do it. You're not going to say, hey, LJ said let it go, then I'm going to do it today. No, it's going to be forced. Those with FHA mortgages, you're about to lose those houses. I strongly suggest you refinance right now and pay off your student loans because you're going to lose those houses. A good percentage of you are. No need to lie, scam. It has nothing to do with scamming. No, you're about to lose it. So do something legal because here I don't tell you to do anything illegal. They make the rules. So you play by the rules. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. The large percentage of people with FHA mortgages, subprime mortgages, say goodbye to your house. Goodbye. It's gone. It was never yours in the first place. You can't lose anything you don't own. Okay. You can't lose anything. So don't feel like you're losing anything. Right now, you get to start all over. Oh, what about my retirement? It was never yours. It never existed. NC Big says signing Chapter 7 paperwork tomorrow. So does that mean it's going through once you sign it? That's it? Because I didn't hear anything. I thought you were going through some other things. NC Big says still have court. Who knows what will happen? Okay, you still have court. All right, got it. Yesterday, I had to bring my tax specialist to the same moment of truth you had this month. You have to charge more for your services to separate the time wasters from the serious clients. You got to. You see, yeah, you see what I had to do, Hyphy? I had to increase my prices. So the serious people know I'm serious. For the time wasters, they vanish. They leave me alone. Now the time wasters go to savings-debt.com. They'll go there, they'll see those prices, they'll say, oh man, it's too expensive, and then they'll leave. That's exactly what I want them to do. Leave me alone. Tired of that, man. Time wasters, leave me alone. How do you do that? By charging. Look at that. Hyphy had to tell the person that he deals with tax. Hey man, you got to tell the person you getting a service from. Hey, you got to increase your prices. They don't hear that. They don't have customers coming up to them and saying, "Hey man, will you go up on your prices?" If that tax specialist is good, I'm assuming that person's good, if Hyphy's even talking to him, he definitely ain't charging what he needs to be charging, for sure. Because I'm gonna tell you this, so you guys understand. When this channel, like when I just blow up, I'm only getting the absolute best tax person. I don't care what they charge. Like when I when I don't have to really run this YouTube site myself anymore, I'm gonna hand it over to the person that can handle it. And then when things like this go wrong, I'm gonna say, hey man, fix that. I don't want to do any research and say why my live notifications are not popping up on the live screen that's see. I don't want to know that. But the tax person, you gotta believe I'm gonna pick the right person for that. Believe that. That's happening. After I see their personal credit report, I'm gonna be like, hey, now you know you do not break the rules, right? Okay, we're in agreement. All right, see you later. I don't care what's going on out in the world. You know not to break the tax laws, right? Right. All right, cool. We got an understanding. I don't care what's happening in the world. Do not break the tax laws. Okay, good. We're on the same page. See you later. I'm gonna be popping in periodically. Pedro says charging a higher price sometimes makes some customers feel more comfortable. And you know what's so funny, Pedro? I had to learn that. That's another reason why I went up on my prices because I looked at my prices and I kind of looked at them from a customer perspective. And I was thinking, well, if he's charging that cheap, he must not be that good. And I said, okay, I got to change that because I am that good. NC Big says, LJ, when I first talked to I said your prices were too low because this is a gift and can change a whole family tree, not just the person you talked to. I remember that, NC Biggs. I remember that. And that's when I was still kind of like just giving away for free because you got to build trust, right? But not only you, NC Big, several people had said that. Oh, is that it? I was like, what? Oh, I thought I thought you were way more expensive than that. I was like, what? That's what I would say to myself. You know why? Because other people saw it. I just didn't see it yet. Now I do. Gabriel says, nah, taxation is theft. Yeah, I guess for those who pay taxes. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right, Gabriel. For those who pay taxes, you can legally not pay taxes. Okay, you can legally not pay taxes. I know that doesn't make any sense, but once you're out of debt, you can see that. Here, I'll give an example. Say like there was say like not say like everybody has a certain percentage of taxes they must pay to be legal or be part of the system, right? But if you take your portion of the taxes that you pay and put it into the prices of your product of your business, do you ever pay taxes again? No, you never pay taxes again. Create a successful business. You know the taxes that you pay on your house? Yeah, you don't pay them, your customers pay them. So you legally never pay taxes again. So who cares if they go up, down, sideways, crossways? You don't care. If you create a profitable business that helps other people, not just be greedy from taking all their money, helps them help themselves. You will never be broke. Because the key is this, you have to earn people's trust. Once you earn people's trust, you will never lose. You will never legally pay taxes again. Your customers will. And vice versa. Whoever takes information from you, you share it with them, they'll do the same things, and so on, and so on, and so on. So when you hear people say, "Hey, man, taxation is theft," yeah, okay, whatever. Not for me because they're not stealing from me because I'm not paying it. Ivy says, and by the way, when I spoke to her yesterday, I asked her if tax audits are random. She answered, "There is no such thing as a random tax audit because the IRS doesn't pay employees for wasted time." See what I'm saying? I've been saying that for a long time. IRS audits are not random. Why do people think that? Only people in debt think that. Oh my God, you better do this because not if you follow the rules. If you follow the rules, why would an IRS agent come by your house or your business if you're following the rules? It makes absolutely no sense. They got millions of people breaking the rules. You think they're going to take the time out of their busy schedule to come see a person that they know that's following the rules? Hey, we just came to check to see if you're following the rules. We already know that you are, but we came to double check. Does that make sense to you? Does that sound like it makes any sense to you? Not to me. See what I'm saying? Juan says, my tenants pay the taxes on my property. That's exactly what I've been saying. And Juan, I don't even own no property, but I knew that. You're not paying the taxes. I'm not paying the taxes. Your customers are paying the taxes. Hence, never paying taxes again legally. Cosmic says, indeed, Juan, same here. They also pay for my maintenance costs and whatever costs I have related to the rental. But do you think Juan and Cosmic Wisdom can walk out and say, hey, you guys, you know I'm not paying taxes on my house? They'll look at them like, oh, those two crazy people walking down the street. They're crazy. Everybody pays taxes. That's illegal. So you can't explain that. You know what I'm doing now? Let me tell you guys what I'm doing. I'm explaining the obvious. That's why I'm going to sound crazy to many, many people because I'm explaining the obvious. That's not true. Okay. Hassan says, "Do you think that increasing food prices is in in this time is good for a bad thing because a lot of people are complaining. In the UK, the trading standards have fined a lot of people as well. Prices has tripled." Put it this way, Hassan. Okay, in a time of need, those businesses that increase their prices in a time of need, first of all, they're doing it out of either greed or debt. Okay, and the people that see that they will remember that. They will remember the businesses that do that. Those businesses will be remembered in a time of need when people need food to survive. Now, not a car, not a thing that they could survive without, but food. Guess what? Those will be the first businesses that go out of business when this recovers. Those will be the first people to go out of business because the people that will be suffering, they won't forget those businesses. Man, you guys tripled your food prices. Oh, you did? Okay. I'm not going to your store ever again. You try to kill me. So and so grocery store knew people didn't have any jobs, nowhere to go. They only can to go to the store certain hours, being quarantined, and then you're gonna triple the prices. I would never. I'd be like this. If I was a customer, I'd be like, okay, you guys got me right now. I can't do anything right now. But when I get on my feet, you better be the first. You better believe you're the first place. I'm never shopping again, ever. This is why I'm telling you guys this is bigger than what it really is. A lot of you guys can't see it. This is going to weed out all the people taking advantage of people, and during a time like this, taking advantage of them. This is going to weed out all the people that they're going to be able to see the people that have been taking advantage of them for years, been taking advantage of them financially. They're going to see them. The tide is coming out, and they're going to be naked. They're going to be easy to spot because they're going to be naked. Pay close attention to your timelines on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube channels that have millions of followers, millions, because they saw the image of this person having money and look like they're rich, and when they vanish, I want you to watch closely. These guys are going to vanish. Say goodbye. They're going to be running around the streets naked. And this is not going to be easily recoverable because you don't understand when they financially take advantage of people, right? And then when the people have no money, they can't take advantage of them anymore. They can't. That's impossible. Nobody has money. And guess what? You're going to see them. Hassan says $50 for a 25 kilo of flour, $15 for hand sanitizer, 15 for meat. It was the small businesses as well. What did it not? The big ones like Tesco, their prices are normal. See the small businesses? Hey, check it out, Hassan. Those small businesses that do that, guess what? They're either greedy or they're in debt. I want you to pay closer and do this, Hassan. This is what I want you to do. If you can get other people to listen to you, do this. Pay close attention to those businesses. See what they're doing. Watch them. Can you imagine if they're taking advantage of a people in a time of need? Imagine what they were doing. Imagine what they were doing to you on a normal everyday basis. It's not new. It's not new what they're doing, Hassan. It's not new what they're doing. Now you can just see it. Ooh, I can't stand people like that. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. Ooh, and when I become a multimillionaire, ooh, I'm gonna expose those people. Ooh, wee. I'm gonna expose them. All you got to do is pay attention to them right now, Hassan. Those businesses, look at all the businesses doing that right now. This is the advantage you have right now. Those businesses will become available because they're not going to be in business once this is over. They're going to die because this is not ending anytime soon. When people run out of money and their prices are triple the prices, what do you think going to happen to them? What do you think is going to happen to their business? They're not going to be in business too much longer. They can't afford it. First of all, nobody's going to be able to afford their food. Number one. Number two, they're going to have to look over their shoulders. If you got something people need and it's triple the price and they have no money, now you got to, what you going to be? You're going to be at your store with armed guards or something? They ain't going to want their money. They want their food. Prices on anything can increase if the people as a whole agree to not support it. Don't support the scam dies. Simple. Yeah. Harder to say when they're scamming on something they need though, hyphy. Food, that's different. That's different. If you can go out in public right now and feel the energy right now, and people still have stuff right now. They have some stuff. They have a car, they have a house. None of that stuff is going away. But as long as they believe it's going to go away, that's all needs to be done. All they need to know, all they need to do is believe that one day their life is going to change. Then that's when things are going to change. Things are going to change big time. Soon as people start to realize it's going to be a possibility that they lose their lifestyle, lose their house, lose their car, lose their way of life right now. Once they start to feel that, you guys ain't seen nothing yet. You better not be driving around here in a brand new 2020 something. You better not. You better not even look like you have more money than the average person. You better not even look like that. You're going to find out that wealthy is not a look. Hassan says people have sold their character for money and for toilet paper rolls. Exactly, Hassan. Ain't that crazy? Is toilet paper out in the UK too? Is the same as the US right now? Cosby says makes sense. Hassan, those small businesses cash strapped, so they are jacking up the prices because people are buying. Yeah, pay attention to those. Pay attention to those scammers. They're about to be gone. We need to wash those people out the system. This is a fresh start. I hope if you're out there and you have an idea that's going to help somebody right now, now's your time to sprout because all the fakers are about to be washed out. Most businesses only have 45 days of cash that sustain their business. Ain't that crazy? People can be in 20 years, 25 years in business and be out of business in a month or two. That makes absolutely no sense. Pedro said, I used to owe the IRS 4,000. I used to own IRS 4,000 to the IRS while having two cars. 6 months later, they told me they would take my cars if I didn't set a payment plan, but this don't happen to people they know have low income. Okay, so they said you own $4,000 while having two cars. 6 months later, they told me they would take my cars if I didn't set a payment plan, but this don't happen to people they know have low income. Now, I wouldn't say that, Pedro. IRS is not, they don't discriminate based on income. Okay, don't believe that. Okay, this has nothing to do with the money you make. You gotta participate. You know, low income. It doesn't matter. Whatever. You just don't get to, just because you low income, you don't get to walk away from tax debt. It just, they might not come after you, but if you choose, not you directly, Pedro, but if a person chooses to stay at a certain wage because they're scared that the IRS will take their money, you're doing something. That person's doing something to themselves. Oh man, if I make this much, man, the IRS is going to take it. So you're going to stay making that much money for the rest of your life when you can make trillions? Cosmo says, yes, toilet paper is worldwide. In Canada, they have police guarding the toilet paper, fights in Hong Kong and Australia as well. This is sad, man. As a human, as a human race, it's sad, but I look at it this way. These happen every 50 years, 100 years, major ones. 2008 has nothing on this one. This is going to be going on for at least a year, at least a year. Hassan says same toilet roll problem in UK. They're buying more soap than fruit and vegetables. I was loving it all. Ooh, that reminds me, I do got to get some soap. You're right. I got to get some soap. Thank you let me put that on my list right now. Thank you, Hassan. I got to put that. I got a list that I got to go out here and do, and soap was not one of them. And I'm gonna get soap. Soap. Put that on the list. I was loving it. All the fruit and vegetables shelves are stacked with, which is the soap for the inside. And you know what's so crazy? A lot of people are gonna change. You guys don't realize a lot of people are gonna change to vegetarian just on that fact. They're gonna walk in the grocery stores. Only a few are gonna do this. You're gonna walk in the grocery store. You can walk into Walmart. You'll see the vegetable stuff all stacked. It'll be there. But all the meat and all the microwave crap is going to be gone. They're going to be like, man, if I just become a vegetarian, you mean I don't have to worry about this kind of stuff? Nope, you sure don't. You don't have to worry about any of that nonsense. Jacking up the prices on meat. So what? You don't eat it. So what? They can jack up all they want. NC Big says, yes, global shortage because of hoarders. Pedro says, no, I thought they go a little harder on people they know are making money, because I know people who are like 3 years behind and haven't received their first letter yet. All right, Pedro, I'm gonna tell you how it works, okay? Of course, they're gonna go after the people with money because they have money. They can see it, so they know they can get it the quickest. But the people that are going 3, 4 years and they haven't got a letter yet, those people believe that they're getting away with something. Okay, that's they just haven't got to them yet. They might be putting them on the back burner because they know if they come after them, they're not going to get any money or whatever. But believe you me, Pedro, those penalties and fees, they're stacking up with that time. The IRS can get into anything. They can get in anything. 3 years, 4 years. Hell, if they come knocking on the door 5 years, that person is going to have to. They're going to have a ton of penalties and fees. They're not getting away with anything. I want you guys to please understand that, Pedro. Don't be jealous. Don't ever be jealous, mad at somebody that's not paying taxes, and you're mad because that you have to pay taxes. You got to figure out, if you create your own business, a successful business that's going to help people, you will legally never pay taxes again. Your customers will be, okay? So don't be jealous of, they just haven't had their turn yet. And right now, more than ever, guess what? They're going to be cheating on their taxes more than ever right now. Right now, because they have the time to do it. The IRS can't keep up with everybody right now, especially at a time like this, but something's keeping up with everything. When this is over, I wouldn't be surprised if they did a mass hiring of IRS agents, because they're going to be busy. They're going to be very busy. Life for Business says it's great. It's a great day to be prepared. Sure is. Right now. Should get out of debt free card right now. Get out of debt free right now. Hyphy says, learn how to make necessary items such as soap, detergent, milk, all-purpose cleaners at home. Save your money. I can share some of these tips and how-tos on Discord if anyone. Sound like a business idea for me. To me, Hyphy. Sound like a business idea. Allegedly. See, I know Hyphy's saying it, but I don't know. He's allegedly saying he knows how to make soap, detergent. I mean, we don't know. It's allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Pedro says, probably higher interest too. Oh no, I'm not mad. Just made an observation. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I know why you made that observation, Pedro. I get it. I get why you're saying that. But those people don't know. Can you imagine this, Pedro? You probably don't even know this. I guarantee. Imagine how many people that have jobs have checked on their W-4 to be exempt from taxes. Now, only the IRS knows this number, okay? Because nobody even knows to even Google such a thing, right? Google the percentage of people that have checked that box to be tax exempt on their W-4. I can only imagine how many people have done that and have been getting away for years. And they're like, oh, the IRS haven't found me. I've been doing it for 3 years. Yeah, that's what you think, slave. They have no idea that they're just putting on reinforced links on their chains as a slave. And if this is you and you don't believe me, I'm telling you, you're on the wrong channel. You're on the wrong channel if you don't believe that. If this is you, have checked that box, I suggest you uncheck it right now. Uncheck it. Uncheck it before the IRS makes you. That's what I strongly suggest you do. Uncheck it now before the IRS makes you uncheck it. NC Big says all these scammers will be seeing the IRS once all these things are handled. The price. Oh yeah. Oh, the IRS is. You know how much money the IRS is going to collect? You guys have no idea how much money the IRS is going to collect on this. Let's see. So you guys can understand how it works. So price gougers, they're gonna Increasing your prices are illegal. So check this out. Listen closely how it works. This is why those price gougers are going to be out of business. Check it out. They're going to increase prices, which is illegal. Okay. So if it's illegal, that means they can't claim it on you can't claim money on your taxes because you got it. That's illegal. You did it illegally. So guess what they're doing? It's like a double-edged sword, right? So they're not gonna claim it. And then when the IRS steps in, they're gonna get hemmed up for tax evasion, for trying to hide money. See how it works hand in hand for doing illegal stuff? They're gonna do something illegal and they can't claim it because it's illegal. But when they get caught, they're gonna get caught for tax evasion, and then they're gonna say goodbye business. Bye-bye. Bye-bye business. How the IRS gonna find them? Because the IRS just go to the stores, just like what Hassan. Now I don't know what's equivalent to your IRS over there, Hassan, in the UK. But if I was an IRS agent, I would just watch the news and watch the people and say, "Hey, man, this store is doing price gouging," and I would just go over to the store and see if it's true. And then I would see if it's true. I was like, "Okay, they're doing something illegal," and I would put the store on my list. That store would go on my list, and then I would walk out. And then I would let the natural process happen. People are going to get pissed, run up the store, do this, whatever they're going to do, make a run on it or whatever they're going to do. And guess what? Then I'm going to come knocking on the door and say, "Hey, check it out. Back in March, I made a visit to your store. And guess what? You were price gouging. That's illegal. But I marked how long you were doing it. I kept coming back. And you did it all the way up to whatever date. Guess what? And then I go over your records. I don't see that money on your records. Where's it at? What do you mean? Guess what? You can take all the time you want. You're not going to have the paperwork. It doesn't exist. Tax evasion. So what you going to do? You're going to close your doors because you got to pay. You got to do something. See you later. Oh yeah, you guys. The majority of people don't understand. Once you get out of debt, you'll see the true purpose of taxes. They're the backbone of the economy. They're the backbone. If you just take the time to understand how it works and figure out how to never pay taxes again legally, you'll understand why it's in place. IRS agents are going to have a freaking field day. NC Big says they will get the price gouging people right after they get the masses under control. Oh yeah, they're on the back burner right now. Right now the price gougers. They're having a field day. They're just collecting all that cash. It's just like, ooh wee, look at. They think it exists. Can you imagine how much cash they have right now? They think because they think that money exists. But listen. Even though they're price gouging, guess what? People don't have cash to buy it. You got to remember, people have credit cards and they're quicker to swipe their credit card anyway because they have no money anyway. But guess what? That's all a record. It's all a record. The price gougers won't even be able to hide it. They won't be able to hide it at all. They're just so focused in on that money. They're tunnel visioned on that money right now. Totally tunnel visioned. And then the IRS agent's gonna come knocking on the door. Hey, check it out. Yeah, I came to your store back in March, man, and I saw that you had meat triple the price. That's illegal. You know that, right? You do? Well, I saw you was selling it all the way till December, and it kept going up. Did you know that's illegal? Hmm. Okay, but anyway, let's go count all the money that you made. What do you mean? What do you mean? What money? What are you talking about? I want to see your records. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I have them in my briefcase right here. I just want to see how long you're gonna keep talking. Because each time you lie to me, the fine goes up. You want to go to prison? Then shut up. Where's the money? You don't know? You better find it. You're gonna get spanked. Mark says, please do. No taxes exempt ever because it costs. Oh yeah. Hassan says, I'm going to be offering free services to customers for my business. I produce drawings for people who want to extend their homes and get them planning permission as I'm in the architecture trade. Awesome, man. And guess what, Hassan? Guess who they're going to remember? You. In the hard times, people are going to remember you. Right now is about helping. It's not even really about making money. Nobody has any money. It's about helping others help themselves. So don't get mad at people that do that, Hassan. Just pay attention to them. They won't be around long. Their year is coming. They won't be around in 2021. They won't be here. Don't worry about them. Keep doing what you're doing. Hassan says in the UK it's the HMRC for taxes, and you can't do exemption in the UK if you're in full-time employment. Oh yeah, we do that. We do that here. It makes absolutely no sense. I could never prove this, but I know this, Hassan. Every time I've been working all my life, right? And when I fill out my W-4, I used to always see that box, and I used to go, why is that box there? And it's so easily accessible. Why is that box so easily accessible to me? That never made any sense. And then I would see that box and I say, all I have to do is check that box and I can be exempt from taxes. But I thought you can go to prison for not paying your taxes. I used to always think it's so. You know why it's easy for people that get on here and talk about, oh, taxation is theft. I can't get ahead because of taxes. Guess what? Those are the people that check that box. They check it. And then they let them get away with it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. After about 3 years, they will have felt that they got away with it. They're too small to find. They will have readjusted their life to not paying taxes. And guess what? Knock, 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 knock. Hey, yeah, we noticed that you checked that box for the last 4 years. You got the money? We know you don't because you checked the box. We already know if you check that box, you definitely not going to have the money to pay these taxes. So do you want to go to prison or do you want to work for the rest of your life for us, slave? Guess what they're going to choose? Work for them for free. Slave. They're going to be slaves to the IRS until they're dead. If they choose. Hassan says, it's my side business. It's mostly regular people like me that I know that have been affected. I say this to you, Hassan, okay? I know this is going to sound weird, but when you start charging for your services, you make sure you charge for your services. Whatever you believe your services are worth in your brain, you better make sure you charge for them, because if you charge too cheap, people are not going to take you serious. They're not. The weirdest thing is they're not going to think you're serious because you're charging too cheap. Pedro says the money the government is giving for free is the money that will give the economy a push. The government needs people going to the mall and restaurants again. What people don't understand is that the Federal Reserve run things, okay? Period. Where do you think the government gets their money? The Federal Reserve. So if they get money from the Federal Reserve, guess who owes the Federal Reserve? The government. Who is the government? Us. That's it. That's how it works. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not mean. It's not slavery. It just is. So now the federal government is coming in to save the day. People actually think the federal government is constantly printing money. They don't have to print money. Yeah, they print money when they need to, but actual money in currency compared to people, it's like 3% cash is floating around here. 3%. Pedro says the flow of money is more important right now than making a big profit. Counts on where you're at. Counts on where you're at in the system. NC Big says there's a guy that went all over his state buying sanitizer and then went on TV and talked about it after price gouging. Yeah, and look where he's at now. Everything got taken away from him. Everything. He had to give it all away. They took it. You can't do that. What he's doing, like right now, what he's doing, people are doing it legally. I want you to understand that. That's happening legally, but it's not obvious. If they let somebody do the price gouging, obviously, everybody would do it. The majority of people will do it. Cosmic says, LJ, there are free Federal Reserve classes on that link I shared on Discord. You mean learn about when you say Federal Reserve class, you talking about learning about the Federal Reserve, or what do you mean by that? Because there's things about the Federal Reserve where there's going to be classes, and then there's things about Federal Reserve that there will never be classes ever. There's things about the Federal Reserve that will be only reserved for the very few. And they're not going to be online, I promise you that. Hassan says, I heard in America there is FEMA camps. What's that all about? Are there FEMA camps here? I didn't hear it. I don't watch the news. Are there FEMA camps? I don't watch the news at all. The only time I'm on Facebook is when I push videos or tell everybody I'm online, blah, blah, blah. Right now it's about helping people. Right now it's about helping people. It is. Ain't nobody got no money to buy anything right now. You know who people are going to remember? The people that taught them something during times like this. They're going to remember the people that said, even in the quarantine, you can still be somebody and do something. You can change your life. How are they going to believe them? Because they're going to do it. People see me doing it. They're going to have to trust me. How? Because I'm doing it. I'm not just talking. I got out of debt, quit my 6-figure job, moved across the country, flying back and forth across the United States like it was across the street. How is he doing all that and he has no job? Because I'm debt free. I keep telling you that. Cosmic says, yep, to learn about the Federal Reserve. I haven't taken them. I have been studying the Federal Reserve since 20 years old. I just learned them out within the last 5 years. If you guys check this out, if you guys don't know what the Federal Reserve is, first of all, admit it to yourself. I don't know what the Federal Reserve is. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to Google the Federal Reserve building. I want you to Google it. Google the image, and then I want you to just look at the building. Don't even worry about looking on the inside pictures. I just want you to look at the building. Now, when you look at a building like that, what does that say to you? It says to me, power and control. And that's without going inside the building. The building itself says power and control, period. The Federal Reserve Bank. How do you keep people from asking questions about it? Call it federal. Why? It's not federal. I don't know. We just like the name. It just sounds good. It's about as federal as Federal Express. Federal Reserve Bank. Is that a bank you can go in and get money? No. Why are you calling it a bank? It just sounds good. It's a bank, but it's not a bank for regular people. It's a bank for the government. Can I go in there and cash my check? No, you can't even come onto the property. Pedro says the government wants to reopen the airline so bad, I fear people will get infected. Ain't nobody, who cares if they reopen the airlines? Ain't nobody gonna get on and fly. Say goodbye to airlines. Check it out. Say bye-bye to airlines. Say bye-bye to cruise ship industries. Travel, this and that. You guys are out of business. Goodbye. You see those big brand new cruise ships that came out? Look like hotels. Guess where they're at? Nowhere. Parked somewhere. I know Virgin just opened up a brand new cruise ship line. Can you imagine the loss they're taking right now? Can you imagine? That cruise ship, the Virgin cruise ship, oh my God, that cruise ship was that thing is amazing. Goodbye. Cosmic says, LJ, I'm weird like that. I study what most don't. I don't think it's weird at all, Cosmic. If you want to learn about money, you must know macroeconomics. Okay, I'm writing that down. Macroeconomics and the Federal Reserve truly massive scale. That's how you rule the world. Oh yeah. There's a central bank, not in every country, but some central banks rule several countries. Not rule, but control several. It's just amazing. You guys have no idea the amount of wealth that is being transferred right now between the central banks. You have if you're worried about saving your house from default in an FHA mortgage, don't worry about central banks. Don't worry about what they do. You'll never understand what they do. If you're in debt and you don't know how much debt you're in, don't bother worrying about what the central banks are doing. You'll never be able to mathematically understand what they're doing. Never. You'll never understand that. I know it seems weird. I think this is weird, Cosmic. I want to work for the central bank. A lot of people think that's weird. Why not? I would love for them to teach me everything they know. Just imagine working for a place where they know money is unlimited. They could just throw any number at you. It won't matter. Hey, we'll pay you $1 trillion to work here, like it matters. How much are you making? Okay, you make $1 trillion a year. Is that enough? 2 trillion? How much you want? Hassan says in the UK, it's the Bank of England, the big fishes. Yeah. I watch documentaries on the Bank of England. That's the central bank. They all talk. They're all connected. Cosmic, can you imagine being in that circle? The central bank circle? I'm not talking about not a regular person working working in it. Can you imagine what that must be like? I guarantee you financially, you would totally unplug with everything you know and love today. You probably totally unplug from it all. You'd be like, oh crap. Hassan says, like you said, Linnell, someone is waiting to buy them. Airline companies out for cheap price, nice and juicy. Oh yeah, this is Christmas time. A lot of airlines about to go out of business. I worked for one of them. Let me see what Alaska Airlines stock is right now. I used to work for Alaska Airlines in Seattle, Washington. Let me see where they're at now. 28. They're at $30 a share. I'm not really a good stock person, but I'm looking at their acronym is ALK. And if somebody can look and see what has changed, because I don't know how to do it from what their top was, because I see a 52-week range and the high was $72. Okay. Now they're down to 30. That's what, $40 difference? $42. That's a hard hit, man. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm tired of being right now. I'm working very hard after this is over. I'm never going back to the way I lived. Even right now, I'm never coming back to this. I want you guys to understand that I'm never coming back to living like what you guys. I'm talking about financially. Well, am I gonna still be on the YouTube mic and all? Oh yeah, this is gonna be until I'm dead. But until other platforms, everything changes. But When I say this, I'm never coming back to ever thinking about money again. I practiced that already. I don't think about money, but now I want to make sure I never think about it ever again. I'm going to ensure that for me and my family. Cosmic says that's a group you are born into, LJ. The leadership in central banks. Imagine that's not something you apply for. That is where the highest levels of knowledge. And this one I'm saying too, Cosmic. This one, and I'm gonna say this to you on a different level, Cosmic. Yes, I agree. You're born into that. But there's very few of those people. Everybody dies. So those people have to they have to be replaced. There's there's nothing that says you cannot get into that group of people. There's nothing preventing you from that. Nothing. Will it take generations? Yeah, but one generation has to start. Maybe it's your generation. Maybe it's you, Cosmic. Maybe you're the one that's going to start the generation of your family to be involved in the central bank. Maybe it's me. We'll never see it. We're going to be long dead before we ever see the fruits of that labor. I promise you right now, that's generations, right? But we can start it. It can start right now. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. I've been thinking too small, Cosmic. I've been thinking way too small, way too small. We've been talking millions when there's trillions. Not saying that you want it. I'm just saying what comes when you're just with the right people in the right time and that money just comes. You'll go back and check it. Oh, I'm at a million. Oh, okay. When did that happen? Okay. Oh, I'm at a billion. When that happened? Oh, yesterday. Oh, okay. Whatever. They're the top 1% of the pyramid. Yep. And they make all the rules. Child, Rothschild, he said a statement. He's like, whoever controlled the nation's money, he wouldn't care about the nation's rules or the laws. He doesn't care about them. He doesn't, because he owns their money. Cosmic says, LJ, you can work for the central banks, but if you look at the history, the same families run those banks even today. I know. I understand that. I understand what I'm up against. Don't get me wrong, Cosmic Wisdom. I totally understand what I'm up against. But this is what I truly believe, okay? It has nothing to do with race, color, religion. None of that has anything to do with money. None of that. None of that plays a factor. None of it. On the way to the top, if you get caught up in a division, that's your fault. That's my goal, Cosmic. I know it's a weird goal, just like you say, oh, I think I'm weird, but no, people think I'm weird when I say that. What do you want to do? I want to learn. I want to understand the people that run the whole country, the Federal Reserve Bank system. That seems pretty obvious to me. I can clearly see that the Federal Bank Reserve, the Federal Bank Reserve, or the Federal Reserve Bank runs everything. Pedro says, I just read small companies make $100,000 profit per employee. Make $100 profit per employee. People are getting paid a third of the money they're actually making. That's why businesses get breaks, because they tax break, because they create jobs. Why? Once they create jobs, you got to look at it this way, Pedro. If a person has $100,000 in student loan debt, right? And let's say they make $40,000 a year. Doesn't matter what you pay them, they're in debt. They're in debt, and they're not even using the money that they get paid towards their debt. Doesn't matter what you pay them. Long as you make the whole country believe that $100,000 is a lot of money. Long as you make people in the debt matrix believe that there's a lower class, middle class, upper class. Long as you make people believe that $100,000 equals success, $50,000 make you believe that you're middle class or something, and $30,000 you're lower class. As long as you make people believe that, while they're all swimming in debt, This goes way higher than what people think and believe. It's way higher. How you try to tell somebody in the debt matrix that classes don't exist? I mean, there is one class. It's called debt class. The wealth class and the debt class. There's only two classes. Excuse me. There is no first class, middle class, upper class. It's only debt class and the wealthy class. Period. Hard fact, but businesses are not in the business of paying people. Businesses are in existence to profit. Yeah. If you get a job and you understand the business that you work for as a business, you'll stop taking it personally. You'll stop doing that. Well, you guys, I'm about to get off. My throat hurts. It's dry. I've been out for 3 hours. I wish you guys all good luck out there. I do. And if you want to get out of this and become economy proof after that, go to my website. I don't give out no more free consultations. That's done. I already changed that. You can talk to me. I don't necessarily have to. You can come with all your questions. I can tell you the answers. It's totally up to you, or I can do it for you. It's totally up to you. But if you want to make sure this never financially happens to you again, I can teach you how to do it. Create the plan for you. And I'm going to just tell you guys this right now. Right now, I know it seems crazy, but right now, you got to get out of debt free card right now. Get out of debt free. You don't have to take the years like most of us had to pay some years to get out of debt. Guess what? You get to get out for free. Absolutely free. No questions asked. You can walk up to chapter 7, be like, hey, I need to file chapter 7. Why? The coronavirus. Okay, approved. Next. Not many people know that. I want you guys to understand it. Not many people know that they have a get out of debt free card right now. So if you know anybody, you just coming on this stream and you want to know how to do it, tell your friends. Tell them to come to my channel, join the channel. What my services, savingsminusdebt.com. I wish you guys all the best. I really do, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the donations in such a hard time like that. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I 100% appreciate it. Right now, I got to get outside because it's recess time for my girlfriend's son. We always do recess every day, so it's almost recess time, and we go out and we just do some exercise together. Sure ain't popping up in there. That's some bull crap too. All right, so you guys have a wonderful day until next time. Okay. All right, later.